Hey, what's good this morning? What's going on? It's week 17, and y'all rocking with your favorite vets on the net. It's me, your boy Trey. I got my man CC, and we are the Football Manifest powered by First for Mansion. CC, what's good with you this morning, brother?
Oh man, it's all good. Ready to get it. Woo! Hey, I'm sick of hearing. Oh, I want to start off just like that. I'm sick of hearing about how good of a season Dak Prescott has had. It's not. It hasn't been that good, people. We at the bottom of the barrel right now, our middle of the pack. We can still salvage. However, we can still salvage. We can go 8-1. That'll be good enough for this year. Consolation prize.
So let's delve into that a little bit, right? Like you said, you can see it as a consolation prize. 8-1. It is a winning season in your rookie coach's inaugural season. 9-8 potentially had they not got the tie. So just no different. You can end up could have ended up with the same record as a team that you tied with. But right now, potentially looking at a 9-8, I mean an 8-8 record after next week. What do you with the year that Dak Prescott is having, what do you think put the Dallas Cowboys in the situation that they're in?
I mean, besides poor management at the top, besides really defense, and even the offense at times, just not stepping up to the plate, man. Remember, you had a chance to get back in there. We had a chance to run the table. We had a chance to bump Philly out the way, take over that division, and we lost like what, three straight games. I mean, that three straight game loss, and you can't really put it on offense and say offense did poorly, but you gotta say defense couldn't stop nobody. But you also gotta look at, like I said, it's management because we talked about it a little bit Thursday. Man, you gotta allow a coach to pick their own staff or something. Like get people that they trust in there. It's too many, it's too much head button when it comes to different stuff. It's like, uh, um, man, and I got no beef with Eberflus. I just knew he was sorry as a head coach. I don't really know his defensive pedigree all that well, like where he even came out of to be a head coach. But I can't say that it just doesn't cut it, man. He don't scheme well. Our defensive coordinator does not scheme well, and apparently the coach can't take over. You hear about coaches taking over offensive duties. Why don't you ever hear coaches taking over defensive duties? Like take over, Bill Belichick that situation, take over defensive duties or something. Uh, but Eberflus, he just couldn't find the right mixture of people consistently within his defensive rotation and what he was trying to accomplish. So a lot of it to me falls on the defensive coordinator. So
So, I mean, true enough, I mean, yeah, I guess that it makes sense. Uh, do you think that the turnover on think about it, y'all lost Gregory, y'all let him walk. Like I understand you said the decisions made at the top of the chain. Y'all let Gregory walk. Michael Parsons was traded. Y'all was still able to produce and then Overshown was injured. Diggs was injured. Bland here and there had a couple of mishaps or injuries. Um do you take it can you attribute what no one can really account for in the fact that the injuries mounted and the defense wasn't able to get to that point? Was it the defense's fault or was it just bad luck in your opinion?
no, it's definitely on the defense. It's like you got healthy pieces back, but until then, you got to be able to do something like the simple things. It was the fundamentals to me that was lacking on defense. It's like dudes early, especially early in the season, dudes were way out of position. Nobody linebackers couldn't fill the gaps. like they did in zone coverage. Nobody getting enough depth. Man coverage, too much depth, especially on short yardage plays. Man coverage on short yardage plays. These dudes are playing all the way in Arizona, and these guys are in Texas. I mean, it's like you got to get up on them. You got to close some of those gaps. It's like for real. It was just a whole bunch of things going on. I know some of the injuries hurt trade, but nah. Overall, it was a poor effort defensively, and it's like you could see in certain games they were just breaking down. Like one guy that I could tell you was always in the backfield, but I bet you his tackles for loss ain't nowhere close to league top, and that's number 13 Fowler. That dude lived in the backfield, but he was always out of position. to make a sack on the quarterback, to make a play on the running back. I mean, for real, I just never seen nothing like it. It's like, whoa, young man, slow down, break down, make the play. It's like, no, he blows past everything. It's like, okay, that's cool. You can get in the backfield, but what are you gonna do when you're back there? So it's like, yeah, it was just so many things on that defense, like no, and no help over the top, like safeties out of position. I mean, I don't know. It's sort of like the bad news bears of football, professional football. When you talk about the Dallas Cowboys defense,
Okay, okay. So last night, oh, correction. The course of the weekend, there was five total games, 10 teams in totality playing, in which, of course, the remainder of that schedule with the last 11 teams are going to be playing all today. Of course, for the most part, all the games started 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. Um, and then you have the Sunday night football tonight, which is the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bulls. So, like I said, the game started all kicked off. Of course, your Dallas Cowboys had the first slate in which they were able to come out. And what do you think of the last one for the week to start the holidays off?
um, I'm sorry, say that again.
What do you think
About
about
my team,
what do you think about the Cowboys versus the Commanders to start off the holidays?
I really didn't think much about it because that was
Okay.
like, like I mean, okay, the Commanders. I don't know. They look disappointed on both sides of the ball. I know you was down to your third string quarterback, but they just didn't look really, really. I mean, they had some spots because they playing against that Cowboy. They were playing against that Cowboy defense, so they did make it a game. But um, yeah, I don't know what Dan Quinn. I don't know what Dan Quinn's gonna do because you got to make some major moves. You need a running back. You need much more. You need an offensive line. You need some certain pieces in Washington that I was looking at that was like, man, like for a team 1 year removed from the NFC Championship game, they sure got a lot of pieces to replace on that squad.
I think it's still. I mean, of course, we don't want to make the excuses or whatever case like that, but it's interesting how basically, in my opinion, it always seems to come back down to injuries. Like you said, point take well toward taking the the Washington Commanders were just in the NFC Championship last year with their rookie quarterback. Is it a sophomore jinx? Do we account the injury bug as a part of a sophomore jinx? Did Jaden Daniels show up and do what you would have? Did he look good in the games in which he was healthy? That would have put you on par with believing, hey, this is what it is. Did the team get better in free agency or did they regress? I don't know. I guess we have to wait to see. Will Jake Daniels come back and have a season um, like Dak Prescott came back and had after injury? Is that good for the NFC East? It's a lot of questions that's going to come out after this, but I can see what you're saying. Like it wasn't an impressive game. You had some spurts here and there. Dallas took off a little early, kind of rescinded back. It was definitely on the arm of Dak and the his receivers because Williams didn't do that great from carrying the ball. So, mm,
And
what
Williams
you give
got
him?
hurt in that game too. He hurt his shoulder,
Yeah, correct.
but Blue, what's his name? Davis ran for 1,000. I mean 100. I think Davis he ran
He
for
had
100.
actually. I was looking up that game. Hold on one second. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom,
it
boom,
was
boom.
I mean, I don't think I don't pay attention to my Cowboys. Man, it's like what a disappointing season. I'm disappointed. No postseason for us. Who am I supposed to root for now, people? Who am I supposed to root for now?
So Malik Davis, 20 carries for 103 yards. He told it to carry. Javante Davis was 13 for 54. Um, Luke Key was 30 yards rushing, and Dak contribute 24 yards in totality. 221 yards on 44 carries total, one touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys. On the other side, I guess if you want to do comparison, because they had the same type of woes in a sense, Ja'Cory Krosky for the Washington Commanders totaled 11 carries for 105 yards. That's a 9.5 average plus 2 touchdowns. Debo did his thing, 2 carries for 25 yards. Josh Johnson was 2 carries himself for 10 yards. And then Jeremy Nichols carried once, but he did have a 2-yard negative, in which totality 16 carries for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. To the Cowboys, 44 carries for 211 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, you know, two teams struggling right now. Hopefully we get it together. I'm not really worried too much about those Commanders. I don't care if they ever get it together. You know, as a fan, as a Cowboy fan, but just as a fan of the game, I see the holes that they have all over the field right now, man, and on both sides of the ball. Hopefully they're able to pick that up because it is exciting when the NFC East is highly competitive. I think it's some of the best NFL games that you can get.
So, keeping this conversation with the Dallas Cowboys, it was conversation in which, do you think, or even better, if you were the GM, coach, or owner of the Dallas Cowboys, does your franchise quarterback start week 18?
I mean, I don't see why not. If we had something to play for, he would be playing. The fact that the season over now, if I'm the coach, I'm probably like, nah, let's give somebody else some reps or something. But overall, if Dak wants to play, I say let him play.
As a
It's only
fan, do you
going
want to see Dak play?
not really. I mean, you ain't got nothing to prove at this point. Like we don't need you hurt going into next season or potentially, or you know what I mean. Like we have nothing. You have nothing to gain other than what 8-1, and you know that's still not good enough. So I don't know what points you're trying to prove. I mean, I like the way Dak leads, but sometimes it just you got to make it make sense for the player. Like it makes no sense for you a $60 million a year player to go out there and play in a meaningless game.
Uh, but I know the expectation he's going to start. They had the conversation. He's been talking about it in which he wants to go out and play. So I don't know.
As a player, what he's supposed to say though? He the franchise. You know what I mean? Like, what is he supposed to say? But that's the thing. You the franchise. We don't need that. Like, whoa, just sit down. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a rivalry game. You are going to be playing against the Giants. They're not going to take a light on you just because it's the last game of the season. You know, that's a rivalry game. It's like, yeah, man.
I would
So
just think that for the most part, it gives the opportunity for your backup Milton to get some quality minutes to see what you have in Milton. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can know, like, okay, we can sit up and see, um, be confident in knowing that we have a backup, and as well as give you an opportunity as a head coach to coach said backup in the game because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't want to be in that. You kind of like can see some things off the rip and be like, okay, we need to fix this next year. Maybe I need to give Milton a little more repetition, so we can develop some things so you can always be ready to go. But in case, we'll see what happened. As we said, the Cowboys were victorious by the score of 30-23, to for the week 17 victory. We go on to week 18, as CC was just saying, as they play the New York Giants. Next up, of course, the Detroit Lions. Disappointingly, disappointingly, we all chose the Detroit Lions for the game in which I ain't gonna say it wasn't a contest. However, Minnesota, I know if Eric or my man Zach was on right now, we'll be hearing skull all across the internet. We're able to dispatch the Detroit Lions by the score of 23 to 10, 23 to 10, to secure the victory. What's going on, my brother?
What? Good.
with it.
Can you hear us, Bishop?
I don't think you can hear it.
I don't think you can hear us here.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Hear what's going
Oh,
on, y'all. What's good?
what's good? What's good? What's good?
Yeah, man. I'm out here at this. I'm out here at this field, man. JoJo has practice today, so yeah.
We was just going over the games from not yesterday, from the weekend. We currently tapping in on the Detroit Lions. Unfortunately, taking the L 23-10. The rescindants of the Detroit Lions.
No.
They started out hot in the beginning of the year. So is it fair? Is it fair to even say that it's because of their coordinators being there and being gone is the reason when they was winning at one point? How do you sit up and justify it's because of the coordinators when you was winning without the coordinators?
Were they though?
Yeah, like the Detroit Lions, man. That team, I would say, man, in my opinion, they kind of fell off. Everybody talk about how the Eagles fell off. The Lions fell off. Like a lot of people was all high up on the Detroit Lions. Remember the beginning of the season, how they was kind of like everybody's like, "Oh, Detroit, they looking good. All this, Detroit about to do this, Detroit about to do that." Now where are Detroit at? About to be on the couch next to the Cowboys. They all about to be sitting sharing meals together, sharing meals together. So you know,
Super Bowl party at the
at the Cowboy Stadium. They're gonna have a Super Bowl party at the Cowboy Stadium. So that's what they're gonna be doing. But I mean, Detroit, like, I don't know, Detroit just it looks like the Detroit of old, right? Like, in my opinion, Detroit looks still like Detroit. Like they doing the same stuff they used to do. They have games, and then all of a sudden they be in the game, be winning games, and all of a sudden they out the game and lose the game. So I don't know if, like, in regards to what you're saying, Trey, in regards to, you know, the coordinators and stuff, I don't know if if you can blame it on that, but it still looks like the old Detroit from in the past, in my opinion. So can you blame it on the coordinators?
I don't know. Some of it, I think some of it, and I think some of it's the coach, right? Like, remember a few years ago, the Chargers had that coach, that Staley, that just kept making bad decisions. Dan Campbell puts his team in bad positions, bad decisions. Remember they had a chance a couple of weeks ago to beat Pittsburgh or to be in that game. The first drive of the game, he won't take 3 points. It's like, take 3 points, man. You ain't never seen a field. This guy, he's never seen a field goal he likes. Like, it's like, dude, stop going for it on fourth down. Like, you shouldn't
But
put him in those messed up positions.
but
Yeah.
do you legitly ridicule and vilify him for that? Because if those conversions are successful, then he's a god.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
If they successful, that's the key word. If.
But there's only one way to find out if it's going to be successful, right? And that's, you got to try it.
How many games are decided by a field goal, though?
Right.
You got to keep that in mind. You got to take all the points you can get. Because in these games, every point counts, man. Every point counts.
It makes sense. We haven't got to that game yet, but point taken. I was about to say point taken. Same thing with Los Angeles Chargers last night. They lost the game from a missed field goal and a mixed extra point that was tried. So you know what I'm saying. So it's just a matter of, like I said again, and those are things we think that's automatic, especially from a kicker like Dicker. You expect him to nail that. Wide left, wide right. They lose by 4 points. Not to mention the missed interception that we're going to talk about. At what point do we start charging the interceptions to these players as opposed to always the quarterbacks? That wasn't his fault. He put it in his hands.
You can't. The thing is, well, you know what? Now, so he did get the interception.
What's going on, Ormer? Glad to have information with us. I'm very
what's going on?
Northwest.
So he did get the interception, right? Is what you're saying? I didn't see the game, so he did get the interception.
So there was an interception thrown, but he put it in the receiver's hands, and the receiver.
Oh, he missed it. It was a deflection.
It was a deflection.
Got it.
And the interception. They made an interception. It was while they was in the red zone. The receiver, I think Gasson, their rookie tight end, caught it, touched it. They say touched it at like the 1 yard line, popped up in the air. The 2 yard line, 3 yard line, popped up in the air, and Algier, the linebacker, got the interception on the 1 yard line. So it was, but we'll definitely get back to that. But of course, like I said, the Detroit Lions didn't look good. Jameer Gibbs 17 carries for 41 yards. David Montgomery 10 carries for 25 yards. No touchdowns in any fact. Their top receiver was, of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown with 8 receptions for 68 yards. They had 1 touchdown, which was Isaac Taslay with the 49 yards receiving on 4. I mean, it wasn't Brosmer, bruh. Brosmer. This was who they lost to. How does this happen? Did y'all see how he was against the Eagles? I guess development happens, but I don't think the Lions came out ready to play.
No,
CC.
look, Brosmer had a net what? The Vikings had what net 5 yards passing, net
He
2
had
yards.
51 yards passing for
No,
9 of 16, bruh.
but it was the net passing after all the sacks, like or whatever. They had like 3 yards pass. You can't lose to a team that
He
got
was
3
sacked
yards passing.
7 times for 48 yards.
Damn.
Net
You
3
can't lose
yards.
to that. So I agree with Bishop what he said. They look like the same old Detroit Lions from yesterday, from yesteryear, man. Like you can't lose a game to a guy. First of all, 51 yards ain't really cooking, but but three
It
net
ain't.
yards,
Yeah,
3 net yards.
3 net yard. That's crazy. That's insane, bro.
And the
That's
fact of your
insane.
defense, and the fact that your offense couldn't get enough to overcome that as well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
ain't like Detroit was on their last player, or on their third string quarterback or their second string quarterback. Your starting offense. The only thing that you're presumably missing is your tight end. Was your all pro tight end from last year, and this is what
Yeah.
you developed. It was a
Yeah.
debacle. On to the next, of course. They're eliminated. On to the next. Another game from the early slate, from the Christmas slate, the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Was this what we thought it was going to be, gentlemen?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ola Duncan, come on.
The Kansas City Chiefs finished currently sitting at 6-10. Another their first losing season in what 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Denver Broncos
No,
has turned.
They played losing season of about 11, right?
It's been about a
correct.
decade, huh?
Yeah. I gotta forget they since I'm assimilated it to them being into playoffs. The Denver Broncos. Is it time to start looking at Bo Nix as that dude when you look at it? Like Bo Nix has been around.
Why wouldn't you start looking at him as that dude? Bo Nix has proven himself. He's proven himself to be what he's capable of being in the future. Yeah. It's too early to give him any type of award or anything like that, but he's proven himself of what he could be in the future. Absolutely. Without a question. Y'all don't think he's proven himself so far to be where he's at right now?
I was going to ask CC because I was going to bring up somebody that's done the same thing in which he has done. But CC, go ahead. Do you think he's proven himself for the future?
Yeah, I think he has. I think man, he got one of the best teams in the AFC right now. Like,
right.
So next week they could wrap up a 1 seed or something possibly. I mean,
no, they're good. They're 1 seed right now, ain't they? No, they're not.
Yeah,
they're the AFC West champion. That's it.
Yeah, they already won the AFC West with the Chargers losing yesterday. So, but what I look at is, for me, it's last year you saw like glimpses. This year, what you see is he understanding a quarterback to play in that system that Sean Payton got, and then he know when to take over. This is a dude that dropped 30. They dropped 30. Remember, they came back from like 30 plus points. They dropped 30 plus points in the fourth quarter.
That part, what he said. That's saying a lot. In a quarter, bro. That's insane, bro.
So are these not the same glimpse that we seen with Tim Tebow when he was at Bronco? And we see
I know. Hold on. I know you're not comparing Tim Tebow to Bo Nix. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Was Tim Tebow not a 2-time champion in college and a Heisman Trophy winner? And then
what it did, that does not convert. Yeah, that does not necessarily mean it converts over to the NFL. Who else was a Heisman Trophy candidate and been in the NFL as long as they have and still ain't done nothing with the team in which they've been with? Kyler Murray. Look at what he's done. And he's a baseball player as well. Was a baseball player. That what you do in college really it doesn't really matter what you do in college. Because if it can't translate over into the NFL, it really don't matter. Because we've seen college players who weren't nothing in college, who nobody knew of, and come into the NFL and be somebody. So that doesn't mean Tom Brady's, Jerry Rice's.
So he was at, so I could get Jerry Rice, but Tom Brady was at Michigan. We knew who Tom Brady was.
Did Tom Brady win a Heisman? Did Tom Brady do something?
No,
did he win a national championship in Michigan?
I'm saying.
Did he win a national championship?
He's a 6th round pick, bro.
That part. Thank you, CC. That's the part we talk about. Let's go get there. Let's get there. You know what I'm saying? And then you got and then you have your Joe Burrows, who did something in college, who's came in and it has translated over into the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
So you say that he was the last person to do that? That we can say that was most successful?
No.
Heisman Trophy winner? Or can we go a little further back?
No, we could say Devontae Smith too. We could say Devontae Smith too.
He was not in any course. I do not see Devontae Smith in any way, form, or fashion as someone we see as. He won the Heisman and he's a Super Bowl winner.
And he's a national championship winner. Don't negate that too. First of all,
I'm gonna ask you, CC, because he's going to be biased. Is it safe?
That's not biased. CC, is that being biased about me saying? No, I just named off 3 accolades that the man done. He did it at every level. He did it at every level. Okay.
Is Devontae Smith, in y'all's opinion, the most underwhelming?
Hold on, the most
winner.
No, I never said. No, see, he's changing the whole narrative. That is not what I said.
I'm not trying to change. I'm just asking a question. Like, is he
talking about a guy that could be a number? He could go to Tennessee tomorrow and be number 1 receiver. Be their number 1 receiver. He could go.
But is he going to? True enough. True that.
He could go to Arizona and take the number 1 job from Marvin Harrison Jr. right now. I mean, this dude is better. I mean, so what are we talking about? Underwhelming. I mean, what's underwhelming?
And this is the thing. And it's not only that, CC. How many? First of all, keep in mind how many wide receivers win the Heisman Trophy. Candace.
I mean, that's another thing.
And that's kind of what I'm getting to. Who was he up against?
It don't matter. He was up against quarterbacks, which is the hardest ones to beat in the Heisman race.
Who was he up
hardest
against?
Ones to beat?
Like, you got to think, no different from who Mendoza was up against this year. Like, someone has to.
No, hell no. This was no.
Someone has to win an award.
The year in which Devontae Smith came out, it wasn't like it was this year as far as Heisman candidacy. It was not nowhere near. We didn't even know who the candidates were until the last week of the award being given, and they put it up on the commercial who they were. Nobody really knew who it was. We may have knew of the Michigan running back, and oh boy. But other than that, we didn't really know nobody. But Devontae Smith, you can't take away, like CC said, him being where he's at right there in Philly, being the number 2 wide receiver. Devontae could go to any team almost and be the number 1. Over half the teams in the NFL, he could go over.
And then even think about that, right? You just said something that points out. Was AJ Brown a Heisman hopeful?
He wasn't.
Did AJ Brown win the Heisman?
No.
But why is Devontae Smith the Heisman winner and all these accolades, and he's considered the number 2 on the team?
I'm gonna tell you why. I can answer that question what I can tell you why. I can tell you why. You know why? Who's been in the league longer?
A year longer? 2 years longer?
Okay, 2 years longer. That makes a difference. That makes a difference because the thing about AJ, he came in the league, solidified himself, and made a name for himself before Devontae Smith could come into the league and do that. So you're not necessarily going. Remember who came to Philly first?
Devontae.
Right, Devontae came first. AJ came second. When AJ came over, AJ came over from Tennessee being a what? A number one,
Or
right?
number one.
Why would he go to number two? Because AJ didn't come over as the number one. Well, AJ didn't come to Philly as a number one. When he came into the league, he didn't come in as number one. You really can't come into the NFL as a number one receiver as a rookie. You can't.
Who can't?
Name one who did.
Devontae was until AJ got there.
Well, he came in, huh?
Who was y'all number one
They did
receiver
trade
before
Lil G.
when Devontae Smith got there?
Before Devontae got there?
Yeah, who was your number one receiver?
Who do we have? Probably
Exactly.
no, hold on. I'm trying to think. It was probably Deshaun. Deshaun was there. Deshaun Jackson was still there when Devontae got there.
So who
And
Devontae
he's not- and
Smith
he-
was up against? He was up against Mac Jones, his teammate, Kyle Trask, and from Florida,
And look at Mac Jones now.
And-
Go ahead.
and Trevor Lawrence is who he was up against. Well, Trevor
So you mean-
There y'all go.
Lawrence
Y'all
last
boy
year.
sunshine. So Trevor
Yeah,
Lawrence
so-
wasn't a Heisman.
Trust me. So you saying that class it wasn't better than the class we got right now? That
Correct.
was happening this year. You out
Oh,
your
but they was
mind,
better,
bro.
yeah, they was better. That class is better than this year's class.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Because didn't Trevor Lawrence win the Heisman the year before that?
Yeah.
Did Trevor? Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a Heisman, right? He won the year before,
Yeah.
I
right?
think Trevor
Yeah,
already won.
yeah. Yeah, that part. So he was up against somebody. That's what I'm saying. Who was this guy that won this year? Who was he up against? Nobody. Like anybody could have won that Heisman this year. All you had to do was do pretty better than the previous person,
I mean, yeah.
in my opinion. That's in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Okay, but but what I was trying to say was I wasn't trying to take anything away from Devontae Smith. I'm just
Right.
saying Devontae Smith to me, and what you probably preface that to me, he was the most underwhelming Heisman Trophy winner that we had in a while, and that's what I was saying compared to what it was. Because I honestly I didn't even pay attention, and I was wondering like who the hell is Devontae Smith? Like where does he come from? And like he's in the league now, and
You was not saying who is Devontae Smith, bro.
He's in
Trey,
the
don't do
shadow. I'm being
Trey.
honest. I'm being fully transparent.
Trey, when he was in Alabama, Devontae
I-
Smith was killing everybody at that time. He was
And his-
killing
that's why he-
everybody.
That's the year they won the
Right.
the
With
national
Jalen
championship.
Hurts. With Jalen Hurts. Yes. Jalen.
So-
Yes.
But,
Yes.
but you talking about
Yes.
a difference. I mean, like to me, I just depend. Like to me, Heisman, I don't know. It's all over the place, right? Like Caleb Williams won it, and his team wasn't that good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like normally your team has to be good. Like Mendoza, one thing we can say about Mendoza is they went undefeated. So
Yeah.
we can see. I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
But like when you look at it, Caleb Williams' team, like USC,
So
they
Caleb
wasn't even
Williams'
that good.
team was good. It's just they couldn't
was
beat
not good.
Utah.
They was not good, bro.
Utah.
They was not good.
That's what it was.
They was
couldn't
not
beat
good.
Utah. They lost.
They were not
two times.
good.
And y'all gotta
They
take into
went in the playoffs.
consideration, right?
They went in the
To
They
Caleb-
were not. They were not good,
Caleb
bro.
Williams, their season hinged on them beating Utah in the Pac-12 championship game, and Caleb Williams got injured, and it was one dimensional. He couldn't run. He only could pass from the pocket, and they kept sending the pressure. So his team was good. They just couldn't beat Utah. They had an opportunity. They had an opportunity to punch a ticket to get into the playoff. I mean, to potentially be in the playoffs or be in the top bowl, but they couldn't.
But they
beat
didn't.
Utah.
So they weren't good. They didn't beat them. They weren't good.
It was good because you don't beat a team.
No, if you can't make it to the playoffs, you're not good.
Bruh.
This man
If
got
you don't make it to the
only four
playoffs, you're not
There
good.
was only 4 playoff games
I know.
at that time
I know.
anyway. So y'all saying
Man.
because
So this
Texas
man got sunshine
didn't get to
behind
the
him. It's-
playoffs, they wasn't
Listen
good, or
behind me.
because
Right. I am saying that. I'm saying this. I'm gonna take it even a bit further. We made it to the playoffs and we wasn't good. I'm gonna tell you that this year we made it to the playoffs.
Bro,
Yeah.
y'all was good. Let's not play.
No,
that game.
we was not good. We was
Just
not
like
good.
Texas was
Y'all
good.
always
but
say
they
thank you.
didn't make it.
Y'all always
Thank you,
say
CC.
defense
Keep
wins
it
everything.
100.
Defense.
Thank you, CC. Keep it 100. Our defense was good. Our offense was trash. Straight trash. Thank you, CC. But keep it 100. Trey ain't gonna keep it 100. Thank you, CC. That's what I like
I
about
keep
you.
it
Trey
100 all the
no,
time.
you don't. No,
I'm
you
the only
don't.
person that would choose against my team when I know they're not about to be good. So I keep it 100.
No.
I'm not just saying stuff just to be.
Nah.
I'm not all in the
We
videos.
were not good. Shut up, boy.
These bros ain't loyal. Not loyal.
I'm not all
Shut
in the
up.
videos. Dancing on the screen.
We gonna change the Chris Brown. Hey, Chris Brown on that hook. We gonna change the hook. These bros ain't loyal. Like this bro ain't loyal.
I would sit up and it's like, so that's 100. So, but I mean, that's what I was looking at. Like it said, like true enough, it might have, but as a team in the whole totality, because it don't make a difference whether your offense or defense. We talked about it. Mediocre quarterback, elite receiving group. We see what's going on with Green Bay. They just happened to lose last night, but Malik Willis has shown that he can play. And for the Green Bay has always been a five receiving core, receiver by committee. So, you know what I'm saying? So it comes back to that. So in some instances, it's you are not, we know everything isn't going to hinge on everyone is all units are great across the line. Y'all's defense was better than your offense.
It was.
But y'all was still good. Like y'all was like, it's just y'all dropped a couple of games. Texas dropped a couple of games. USC dropped a couple of games. Ohio State dropped a couple of games, and here we have it now where we're looking at like what's going to happen, who's going to spin the block and be able. Alabama dropped some games, and look where they find themselves. They're in the second round waiting to play against the team that they can drop a single game. If Indiana loses, are we going to say Indiana wasn't good?
No, CC just said, if you go undefeated and you ain't lost, you're obviously good. That ain't luck. That ain't luck to win 16 games. That's not luck. You're good.
The top team that held the number one spot the whole year.
But that's different. They're good. We're talking about they're good. They're a good team. They've won all their games. You can't be not good and win all your games. That don't even make sense. But for us, when I'm talking about the Sooners and other teams, Alabama and Oklahoma and other teams like that have dropped losses, they lost to teams that they shouldn't have lost to. Those are games in which you could, we shouldn't have lost to Alabama. We already beat them twice. And then we come back and beat them and lose the third time. Come on, man. Come on,
that
man.
happens, though. Y'all played them 3 times. It's hard to be a team 3 times.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is it doesn't happen 3 times in a season. In one season. It never hardly happens like that. That's why there are certain teams out there that own other teams, because when it comes down to it, when they face them again, what happens? It's the same outcome. They even played them before. They're rivalries. They still do the exact same thing. But to do it 3 back to back to back, come on. We just played them 2 weeks, or no, it wasn't 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? It wasn't long before we had just played them, so they didn't change it that much. What did they? Yeah, they may have changed up a little bit, a few things here and there, but for the most part, come on, bro. You still played the same team when it was all said and done.
You know, like that's us in the SEC right now. Georgia seems to be our Achilles heel. We can't beat Georgia. Until the Longhorns can beat Georgia, I don't think we can go anywhere.
Makes sense. So if that's your Achilles heels, and if that's your Achilles heels, that's the team in which, as I'm thinking or coaching, and my thought process, like we all know about the Michigan-Ohio State rivalry, right? What is it? A lot of people would
beat them until he did.
Right, but everybody's concerned about what? Look, when it comes to them two, when it comes to that rivalry game, the president for each one of those universities, they don't give a damn about any other game. They care about that one damn game. Make sure Ohio State, you beat Michigan. Michigan, you make sure you beat Ohio State. A lot of times, because of that, is to determine whether or not you're gonna be the coach next season. Because if you keep getting your ass whooped by Michigan, or you keep getting your ass whooped by Ohio State, guess what? You out of here. Because they ain't finna take these ass whoopers too many more times. That's just how it is.
You think so? Because
absolutely.
If Harbaugh had continued to lose to Ohio State, he wasn't going nowhere.
You believe that if you want to.
I wouldn't count on it.
You believe that if you want to. You believe that. I don't care if he's an alum. Believe that if you want to. Believe that if you want to,
bro. It wasn't even just he was an alum.
James Franklin had one bad season at Penn State. Out of there. you compete with the Ohio States and Michigans, you gotta go. You can't
That
compete
part.
with the USC's and Oregons, you gotta go. You
That
gotta go.
part, bro. What he said. What he said. Those rivalries mean something, bro. Them presidents, them alum, they want bragging rights, bro. Them people pay good money for to that school to be good. You losing to them? Oh, look, next year we not donating a damn thing. Y'all better get a new coach. We not giving you a red cent until y'all beat Ohio State or till y'all beat Michigan. One of the two, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all know how that
The
joke
shakeup,
go.
you can see the shakeup of LSU right now. Like
Yeah,
LSU is living proof of what we talking about. Hey, get rid
that
of one
part right
guy and
there, bro.
then go poach
Say it,
the other
CC.
guy.
Say it,
I'm
say it, CC.
go
Say it,
poach his
CC.
for
Say
real.
it,
Go
CC.
poach his coach. Because I got to get back in this thing. I got to get back in the hunt. Like that's all LSU trying to do is get back in the hunt first, right? And once they back in the hunt, then they ain't gonna expect Lane Kiffin. I think Lane Kiffin got 3 years to produce a national championship or at least get to a national championship game. And they ain't playing at LSU. Or you out of there, buddy.
And the same with that new Michigan coach. He got 2 seasons to lose to Ohio State. Let him lose them 2 seasons to Ohio State. I guarantee he don't be there. Guarantee he don't be
Yeah,
there. Let him lose 2 games to
yeah.
Ohio State. He gone. He gone. I watch what I tell you. Let him lose 2 games to Ohio State. He gone. He gone. Watch
So
what I tell you.
yesterday's game,
Mhm.
Bishop said he didn't get a chance to catch this.
I didn't.
The Houston Texans faced off against the Los Angeles Chargers, in which Houston was able to dispatch the Chargers by the score of 20-16. Although it was not easy, a lot was was at stake in this game. Had the Chargers been able to win, they would have been able to force a winner take all for the number 1 seed in the AFC, as well as the AFC championship, the AFC division champion. The AFC West division champion, as well as the Houston's were looking at doing their own damage in this game. Like I said, the Texans winning 20-16. CJ Stroud 6 of 28 for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. On the opposite side of the field, Justin Herbert was 21 of 32, 236 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. In both these games, both teams was coming in 4-0 at that point. But it seems like the Houston Texans 4-0 was more glaring than that of the Los Angeles Chargers. Gentlemen, is your opinion, has CJ Stroud turned the corner, or is he starting to turn the corner from what we see, or is he inconsistent in your opinion?
I'm gonna let CC go first. I didn't see the game, so I can't really give a whole lot on my intake in regards to that. I'm just gonna go with what I've seen him do throughout this season. But go ahead, CC.
Stroud is madly inconsistent this season. It started last season, in my opinion. He just, like he had that one good rookie season where he was solid, but the last couple of seasons, man, he been up and down. Like it's been good enough to keep Houston competitive because he always like he the type to make the mistakes and then correct them. He remind me of Brett Favre right now. You know what I mean? Like Brett Favre would throw those picks and then got to go out there and throw. He throw you 2 picks there. I got to go throw 3, 4 touchdowns. That's what Stroud is having to do right now. He has to overcome himself a lot of times. Like, Trey, I saw your post early on. I saw your message early on where you were saying, "Oh, CJ is cooking," but I was like, "Whoa, that's way too early." Like,
It was.
He
It
did. He
was.
did. He did. I did see that text message too. And then for him to say this, and I didn't see
It
the
was the
game.
first quarter. He had already threw 2 touchdowns, and I was like, "Oh, CJ is on fire." And then,
yeah, yeah, kind of helped the Chargers stay in the game a little bit, in my opinion. With
and
some of
potentially,
his
like we
plays.
said, the Chargers could have won. Like it was served up.
Hey, Debo.
Like we be talking about, like, "Hey, please, sir, give me more." And it's like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You keep that. It was one of those things. It looked like the Chargers legitly had Justin Herbert did exactly what we expect Justin Herbert to do. He kept them in position. Again, the interception. Like you put it in the quarterback's hand, the receiver's hand. Like that's messed up that I sit up and doing all I can. Every time I turn around, I put the ball where it needs to be. Although it may have been a little high, but if you look at the freeze frame, the receiver has it in his hands.
And it's catchable. It's catchable then. Yeah. If it was in his hands, it's catchable. He got to pull that in. We've seen other receivers make way harder catches if that's the case. So yeah, you got to pull that in. But what CC excuse me, for what CC just said, man, I totally agree with what CC said. It's been a roller coaster with CJ. CJ had his best season when his rookie season, and everybody thought CJ was finna be that dude. And then he got injured, and then he had minor injuries throughout the past couple of seasons, and now he's on this roller coaster ride. And we don't know what CJ we getting. Like CC said, we don't know what CJ we getting. You see glimpses of CJ, like you said, and CJ cooking. And then all of a sudden, where is the CJ that was cooking a minute ago? What happened to him? Where'd he go?
Now he's microwaving.
Now he's microwaving. Yeah, now he nuking everything. Yeah, he nuking everything. He doing the air fryer. Like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Like CC saying, all of his mistakes. Now he got to come out here and put on his cape and try and redeem everything he just jacked up. And that's just to be honest, that's what a lot of quarterbacks have to do. Good morning. That's what a lot of people have to do quarterback-wise, but you try to alleviate because you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. And you try to minimize your mistakes, of course, as much as possible if you can minimize mistakes. But the thing about it is when you're making mistakes, it can't be consistent mistakes. You can't keep a mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. You got to put some good. You got to put some good shit in between the mistakes, bro. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep just doing that. That's why it's a roller coaster, like CC say. In my opinion, I feel that's why it's a roller coaster ride for him. I do feel like though he has the potential to get better. I think he's still. What's this? His fourth season? What's it? His fourth? What season we in with?
Yeah,
I think it's his fourth. So yeah, so he's still learning. He's still learning, and that's another thing. This goes back to another thing in which I think we spoke about before. Who's CJ's mentor? Who does he have to look up to? Who is he learning from outside of the QB coaches? What veteran is in the organization? In my opinion, that's what I feel like all teams need.
Do you think a veteran in the organization, or just a veteran that they can reach out to?
Period. Like Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady is a mentor to him. Other people, you don't have to be on that organization. You don't have to be on the team. But are you reaching out to these ones that have been successful, veteran quarterbacks, to learn something from them? The Brett Favres, the Tom Brady's, the Drew Breeses, all those veteran quarterbacks, the Phillip Rivers, who's come off the couch in back in the NFL and playing, not necessarily playing lights out, but playing good ball for a 44-year-old.
Yeah, because you know what? I
Come on, man.
About that and look at all the
Come
stuff.
on, man.
Phillip Rivers came back and went 0-2.
Come on, man. Yeah, but this is the thing, though.
Picking up Phillip Rivers at this point in my mind.
Because again, you're talking about a quarterback who came off the couch, bro, at the age of 44, and didn't come in and play bad. Who else has done that? That's don't get me wrong. Yeah, he ain't won nothing, but keep in mind though, he ain't lost nothing either.
Because when they
ain't lost nothing.
He lost the chance. Now he got to lost the chances. Well, like we said, he
gonna
put
get
distance. He put distance between himself and other people that are guaranteed Heisman Trophy winners. Because Drew Brees and Ben Roethlisberger are going to get in before
guaranteed,
he does, and they were going to get in before he did. Even he would have been the odd man out against them too. So he put some distance between him where he's good. He put himself in position, as well as what Tom Brady. So he put himself he did the right thing. Actually, he was on him and Tom Brady retired at the same time. No, they didn't. No,
Tom came out a year after, or no, Philip came a year before. Tom, right?
Because this year would have been Phil's opportunity to go to the Hall.
Yeah, and I think Tom got a year, another year, right? Yeah, I think Philip, I think, retired a year before.
But when I look at it, I still think about that. I was like, what did he do? I was like, they brought him in to believe he was the safe bet to get them dubs so they can stay in the playoff hunt. He went and lost both games. Could they have set up and used anyone else that probably would have did the same thing or maybe even better?
That's what I said last week. But at the same time, I think Phillip Rivers, like I said, you look at the landscape, you look at the Oladokins, you look at the third string quarterbacks in the league, Trey, and then you say that guy on the couch is better than them. You went and got a guy, he retired 5 years. I mean, when you look around the landscape, you say, hey, you know what? I'll take my chances with him so I don't fault. Overall, after seeing the last few weeks of football, these awful backup quarterbacks, man, I don't blame. I don't blame Indianapolis for going and get Phillip Rivers. I do not blame them.
And last but not least, last night's game, the Green Bay Packers hosting the Baltimore Ravens, in which, again, a game of backups, which we're going to talk about after this. The game of backups. Tyler Snoop Huntley completed 16 of 20 for 107 yards and a touchdown. Although he did have 8 carries for 60 yards. Malik
That's
Willis.
That's not a bad album. Yeah.
Malik Willis, 18 for 21, 288 yards, 1 touchdown, as well as 9 carries for 60 yards in himself, plus
That's
2
even better.
touchdowns. Plus 2
That's even better.
touchdowns.
Yeah, that's even better.
With that, the Baltimore Ravens were able to success with a 41-24 dub over the Green Bay Packers. Derrick Henry, 36 carries, 216 yards, and 4 touchdowns. As well as I might have rode his back to a championship. We have yet to know. I gotta wait, but I'm up. He gave me 46 fantasy points last night. So Malik Willis was the number 1 rusher for his team. Tyler Huntley. So when you look at this, right, Zay Flowers, he had a touchdown, 4 receptions for 30 yards. In any case, Baltimore Ravens keep their hopes alive with the dub. They're currently 8-8 on the year. The battle of the backups, Malik Willis currently is a contract year. He may have been basically interviewing for the next team. Do you guys see a team? Well, first, is Malik Willis possibly a starting franchise quarterback in this league, or is he a backup? And if he is a starter, who do you think he's potentially better suited to take the helm for in this coming 2026 season? CC?
Well, puppy break on the start.
I'm doing too much.
he said puppy break. Hold on.
Yeah, puppy break on the starter thing. I mean, he proven himself a good backup right now.
2 years, 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. But you gotta start getting dubs. You gotta remember, he did all right last year until they ran into a couple of teams that the must-win games, and he lost those. You gotta keep that in mind. Like right now, playing against you lost this game to the Ravens, and you, no doubt you didn't have to win it because Detroit gave y'all a playoff spot on the silver platter. So you didn't need to win. But at the same time, if it was a must win, then no, I can't count that as doing your thing. Like no, like so I can't see him as a starter right now anywhere, especially when you got better projected starters than him. Like Mac Jones will start before Malik Willis will get a starting job.
I seen somewhere it says, "Go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead."
No. I was just going to agree with CC. Malik Willis. I don't know. He probably could be a starter somewhere. The key is where is the question. Like what team would he fit in?
Go ahead. As you say what you're saying. I'm looking at the teams that's going to need quarterbacks. The Las Vegas Raiders, Cleveland Browns, maybe. New York Jets, possibly.
No, definitely not Cleveland. Don't no quarterback want to go to. No, we've talked about Cleveland, bro. That is doomsday. If he want his career to ever take off, he definitely don't want to go to Cleveland. But who else? Who? You said after Cleveland, who?
After Cleveland, I said maybe New York Jets. The Arizona.
Wait, hold on. Possibly. Ain't what you call got the Jets?
Yeah, but his time is numbered. He just signed that deal, but
you're not doing better by getting him. over what's his name? You're not doing better by getting Malik over
New York Saints. I mean New Orleans Saints.
possibly.
A QB battle in Minnesota.
No, I think they're gonna
Yeah.
keep JJ.
And
JJ
that's
ain't
it.
going nowhere.
That's it.
JJ.
Actually, in Miami.
So-
I'm sorry,
so-
Miami as well. Miami.
Now Miami, I could see. Yeah. Miami.
Nah, that might be. Yeah, I'm with CC. Miami might be a good look for him. Miami might be a look. That might be his best spot to land. Is Miami. Out of all the teams,
you know what?
that's his best spot.
We keep on throwing dirt on Cleveland. Deshaun might come back and shock the world.
Man.
That's a long. Listen to understand this. You got to keep this in mind. That's a long ass break Deshaun has been on. This motherfucker done been on vacation for 3 years, bro. That's a long ass break, bro. Deshaun gonna have to do a lot to prove himself when he comes back.
Well, we thought that the last time, Trey. Like when he didn't play for a year and he first went to Cleveland, we thought he was gonna do something and he didn't do it. I mean, how long we gonna wait for Deshaun to do something?
And again,
I think this is a year. I think this.
And again, this is Cleveland we're talking about.
Right.
Don't forget, this is quarterback Hill. We're talking about.
But what do y'all think is missing in Cleveland? A receiver, running back,
everything.
They missing everything. A line, all that. They missing all that. They missing a lot. They got key. They got missing pieces in different areas all over the field. All over the field. Only thing they got is Garrett on defense.
Right.
That's it.
That's true.
That's it. That's all they got.
That's true. All they got. They don't have much. I mean, I wouldn't even want to go to Cleveland, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to even lie. Like, they're not going to win anything anytime soon. And they refuse to just look reality in the face. It's time for Stefanski to go. Stop living off of two coach of the year, whatever accolades or whatever. It's time to move on and get somebody in there. You know, when the ownership is picking quarterbacks and you picking quarterbacks as a coach, it's not going to work.
Too many hands in the pot. Too many hands in the pot. Too many hands in the pot. I kind of feel sorry for Shador because that wasn't the team he should have went to. In my opinion, that's the last team he should have went to, in my personal opinion. And if I was Shador, I would see if I could find a way to get my ass over to Miami. I would try to get over to Miami. I would try to get my yeah. I'd try to get over to Miami. Arizona. Yep. I would try to get my ass somewhere over there. Yep. Vegas maybe.
He better go on to Miami. He don't want to go to the NFC West.
Yeah, I would try to get. If I was Shador, I would try to get to Miami.
With Marvin Harrison Jr., you never know. That could be a potent combination, man.
That could be a tandem. That could be a tandem. That could be a tandem.
For the NFC West, right there.
That could be a tandem. But Miami got even more weapons. But Miami got even more weapons. Waddle,
A-Chain,
like ooh, boy.
I realize.
Yeah, they got a better arsenal over there.
And he's only got to worry about Buffalo for the most part. I mean, with New England maybe, but he's better suited, a better opportunity in
And then if Cheetah comes back, oof.
And we don't know what they're about to get in this year's coming draft, so it'd be interesting. So, like we said, same game, thinking about it, 206 yards rushing from Derrick Henry. That 206 yards moved them into, I think, the top 10 in the NFL's all-time rushing list. He passed Tony. Yeah, he passed Tony Dorsett with 12,892 yards for his career. Now Derrick Henry currently sits, in which we know he's not going to get it this year, but now Derrick Henry currently sits 368 yards before he can pass Eric Dickerson.
For the rushing record?
Yeah, not for rushing record, all-time yards.
All-time yards, rushing yards, all-time rushing yards.
He need
not the single season record, but all rushing yards. Okay,
so he can pass him for or become ninth all time.
What is it? What he got? They got one more game left, right? No.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get 368 yards in one game.
No, he not. But I'm just saying they got one more game left right now. Okay.
Yeah, they got one more game, so he might get half of that. I mean, no, he might not even get half. He might get some of that.
It depends because where they sit in the playoffs, if he's even playing, they might not even play him. Where
No,
they sit?
they're gonna play him. They're battling for the last spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they'll play him then. If they still trying to get a spot, yeah, then they'll play.
He
Let's
also
say, ain't
wanted
that,
to. What'd you say, CC?
I was gonna say, ain't that what we was talking about Thursday though? Like how crazy Harbaugh, man, your coaches could cost you games. This dude come like you should have did this in the New England game, and we probably not even worried about Pittsburgh right now. You feel what I'm saying? Pittsburgh win and they in. If Pittsburgh win
Yeah.
today against the Browns, it's over for you, Ravens. See, this is what I don't understand. And then you turn around and do the same thing in a must. Every game was must win. What are we thinking, Harbaugh? Like for real, come on, man. Like you needed this a week ago.
Additionally, Derrick Henry has climbed to 4th on the all-time rushing touchdowns list with 122 touchdowns after his 4 touchdown performance last night. He currently only sits behind Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Marcus Allen for the top spot. Now, I don't know if he would end up getting that. I think it's 196 is the top spot. And he's currently sitting at 122. So I don't think Derrick
So
Henry is
has
going to
he?
be.
So has he solidified himself in the Hall of Fame?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, top
Ah,
10, crack the top 10 in my mind. Yeah, you got
ah,
First time,
top
CC.
10,
First
ah.
time,
first
CC.
time, first ballot Hall of Famer. Crack the top 10.
Trey seems to think differently.
Man, you knocking some major names off the list right now. Like,
So
Those are major names.
I would say this. This is what I say. Right now, no. It's too many. It's too many major. Like CC said, it's too many major names on the list currently. Then you have people that's going to
But didn't you
leave the
just hold
game.
on, Trey? Didn't you say he in the top 5 right now though of those
He's in
major
the top.
names?
He's the top 4 in all-time rushing
Okay.
touchdowns, and he's top 10 in all-time rushing yards.
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. You've done something that only 10 people ever done in life, and you saying out of the
No.
hundreds that have done this, the thousands that have done
You
this,
know
you
what?
saying no?
Perfect.
I don't
You
get
know
it.
what? You know when I would change my mind?
Well,
If Frank Gore gets in. Frank Gore is damn near he challenged for number 1. He's in the top. He's a top 4 rusher over
We
all
talked about
time.
that before. He's number what? He's number
3.
3 on the all-time list.
Yeah. He's number 3 on the all-time rushing list, on
He's
all-time
not, he's
records.
not in the Hall of Fame.
but hold
No.
on, hold
He has
on.
his coming
He's
up. It's
been
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up.
retired long enough.
it's coming up. It's coming up.
He's
But
not
this is my
eligible yet.
hold on. But this is the thing, CC. This is the thing. This is why I like this, right? Because Trey said Frank Gore is a first-time ballot.
He is.
But
I believe he is.
but
That's
but
why
you
I'm
not
saying.
but Derrick
That's why
Henry
I'm
ain't.
saying no.
But
That's
Derrick
why I'm
Henry.
saying no. That's why
But
I'm
Derrick,
saying no. That's why I'm saying no to Derrick Henry, because if Frank Gore doesn't get in on first time ballot, then how is Derrick Henry going to get in first time ballot? Unless, like I was saying, unless when Frank Gore, when Derrick Henry goes, it has to be like CC said. Those names have to be already gone, and it also depends on who comes after him, because he might be the top running back, but he might not be. He might not have enough behind him to get him in, because we're going to take in consideration if Philip Rivers is going to be in front of him. Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Ben should be getting ready to get in, so he shouldn't be there. Larry Fitzgerald, it's like a plethora of people that's going to be there that's not going to be in the hall yet by the time he gets there. That's going to but they don't do it. But you got to think they don't put you in
they do they don't do it by
position. They
position.
put you in by your point, by what you
By
gain.
what you've
And so that's what I'm
accomplished.
saying. It's
Yeah.
going to be hard, because he's going to probably have other people that's going to probably have more in front of them, and not to mention, if Travis Kelce retires today, to this year,
This season, yeah.
This season, now you have him, and so now you put more people who are quote unquote considered to be first time balloters that's going to be in front of him. So it really depends on when he exits it and go from there.
Okay, because what I'm looking at is 10th. If he play another season, he probably gonna end up ninth. By the time he finishes his career, he gonna be somewhere between 7 and 8 on the all-time rushing list. And I think that
You
once
think
you
that'd
crack
be
the
enough?
top 10, I think you win. I think that's I think once you crack the top 10, you win. The question is, coming after him, is Saquon gonna play long enough to put his name up there? Because I think he'll be the next one close to be able to do something to crack a top 10. The rest of these running backs, who you got that
Hey,
that's
man.
burning it up like that?
McCaffrey. He's the only other person that probably McCaffrey
Well,
probably the only
Christian
other person.
McCaffrey,
Yeah, Christian
that
is
dude's
probably the
going to
only.
the Hall of Fame. He's going to
Yeah,
the
he's
Hall of
on the.
Fame just for season
Yeah,
alone.
yeah.
You think Christian guaranteed Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I think so. Because he
By the
runs
time
and
he in his career, as long as he can stay healthy, yeah,
I don't
he'll
know,
crack
bro.
it. Yeah, he'll crack it.
I don't know. I
As
hadn't
long as
thought about it
stay
till
healthy.
y'all said it. I don't know. I don't
He's
know
the only
about
other quarter. No, he's the only other
he ain't got
running
no
back who's doing.
accolades. Christian ain't got no accolades.
What do you mean? Like no. What do you mean? Like no, like he hasn't been leading
He has
receiver. I
nothing to
mean,
hang.
leading
He has nothing to hang his hat
leading
on
rusher.
except for he has nothing to hang his hat on except for he has been in or around the area of the people who have the stuff to hang their hat on.
He been offensive player of the year a few years ago. He was offensive player of the year, receiving and running. Like, did he lead the league? He was what, second in rushing, and then he led the league.
Yeah, I want to say so too. Yeah.
He was offensive player of the year. The year y'all went to the Super Bowl, right? And
Then
y'all
he went
lost
off.
to the.
I thought they went to someone else.
No, that was Christian McCaffrey, right? The year y'all went to the Super Bowl. He was the last time y'all went to the
Because he
Super
was
Bowl.
trying. It's the year that he was also that him and Brock had a chance at the MVP, and it was like they're going to
Christian
cancel each other.
McCaffrey got. That's what I'm saying. I thought Christian McCaffrey got the offensive player of the year that year, right? He got offensive player of the year. So it's like, man, he carried y'all to a Super Bowl, bro.
That one season he did.
I mean,
That one
he's been
season he
doing
did.
that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
he
been like
did.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he hasn't been productive. I'm saying that he's been in or around the area to where it's like it hasn't been him, but he's been around to where it's like, oh, that dude over there, don't forget. So I was like, for us to say that he's a guarantee, I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Will he get into the Hall of Fame?
No.
I'm sure he will. His dad is in the Hall of Fame, right?
Right, his dad is in the Hall of Fame, yes. Yeah, but I'm not saying he's necessarily a first ballot, right? Well, I'm saying he will probably get in. My thing is, he is some things in which he would definitely have to still do to be able to be a first ballot. You know,
Get a
I would say he would
championship.
have to, well, not necessarily a championship, because championships don't automatically get you in there as a first ballot. It depends on him getting a championship. What did he do in that game if they were to win a championship? Like if they go and they win a Super Bowl, is he the MVP of that Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying?
9 out of 10, he gonna be the MVP.
And that's the thing. Then that's gonna dictate whether or not he's a first ballot or second ballot, and if he can do it more than once. That's what's gonna determine whether or not, you know what I'm saying, he a first ballot, second ballot. But yeah.
One thing that we could say Derrick Henry holds, he has the most 200-yard games of his career. He surpassed OJ Simpson and Adrian Peterson last night with his seventh 200-yard rushing game to their 6. So I mean, I guess you can have that to sit on.
Adrian Peterson should be coming up on a Hall of Fame status.
They're not gonna let Adrian Peterson in, not first ballot.
I think his trouble off the field.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I know he's a Sooner, but yeah, he's not gonna get in first ballot. He might get in eventually because I mean he had some
top 7 or something. Adrian Peterson up there. He on the list.
Yeah, and he was the second person that almost beat Eric Dixon's record. Remember, he was like 40 yards. He was like 40 yards away, I think 50 yards away, something like that. When he that year in Minnesota, and he came up short in the last game.
You know what was interesting last night as I was watching the game, CC, although Bishop, you was watching it. When I was watching the game last night, you know what came up that was interesting to me? I was wondering, was Harbaugh going to give Henry the opportunity to get to 200 yards rushing? He needed 10 yards, and they was already in field goal formation. I mean, victory formation. And when they gave him the ball, he got it, and he went ahead and rushed, and that's where he got the touchdown, plus the 10 yards, plus the touchdown to end his night. For Bishop, and CC for you as well, I know this is going to be a sore spot for Bishop. Bishop, do you wish Harbaugh was your coach that would have got that would have got Saquon Barkley
Hell yeah!
Last year.
You Trey, look, I can't even talk. I almost cussed you out just now. You know good and damn well I was wanting him to dumbass Nick Sirianni didn't let that man get that damn team. And I told you, didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all last year when he didn't let him play. I said, watch next year. He ain't going to be close to getting it. And look at it. He got 1,000 yards rushing, but that ain't nothing. Come on, man. I knew it.
Up and I seen Derrick Henry in the game still, and I was like, they about to go on the victory formation. And I looked up, I was like, oh wait, they lining up. And Derrick Henry, I was like, Derrick Henry about to get the ball. And sure enough, he got the ball, 16-yard touchdown, 260 yards rushing, and another touchdown. I was like, oh yeah. CC, did you see the same thing, or did you know in your mind, was you like Harbaugh's gonna get him this 200 yards rushing?
No, I thought Harbaugh. To be honest, I thought Harbaugh was gonna hold him back. This is the same guy that had him on the sideline the week before. I'm telling you. So I thought Harbaugh was gonna hold him back, but I was glad to see Harbaugh had a change of heart and realized, man, hey man, I got something. I got a legend on my team.
He won them the game.
Yeah, I got a legend on my team, and that's good that Harbaugh recognized it.
That's good. That's what you call good coaching. That's good coaching. That's what that is good coaching. You allow. Hold on. No, that is bad coaching. What you do is you do not allow something of that magnitude. What you got? How long has this damn record been in effect with Eric Dixon? Over 5 decades, probably 4 decades, 3 decades, whatever. Come on, bro. You do not allow someone that close to the record and not allow him to play. Come on, bro. That's just not what you do. And me, for one, I fault Nick Sirianni for the simple fact that you don't ask the player. Of course, you don't ask. Let me ask you this: did Harbaugh ask Derrick Henry last night? Hey, do you want these 200 yards? No, he did not. No, he did not. You don't ask the player. That's why.
Go get it.
That's why you the coach. You make those decisions. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help solidify you to get you in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna help you get this rushing record that's been going on for over 3 decades. I'm gonna help you get that, bro. I'm gonna help you. You ain't gotta tell me you. I'm gonna help you.
To me will always be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year, what they did for Mike Evans. I mean, let's get the man.
CC say that. CC say that. Say that.
But you see what almost happened with them doing that.
What almost happened and what did happen is 2 different things. Did he get it? Did he get it? Oh no. What we're not gonna do is, okay, what's the difference? Here we go, CC. This is where I got it. This is where I'm gonna get Trey at. What's any different than getting the person the ball who needs to get they receptions or touchdown? Huh? What you say? What you say? What? Yeah. What's any different? What's any different?
So you're right. There's no difference.
Okay. All right. That's all I want to hear. So it ain't no different. And that's all I want to hear. Same time.
But I think you definitely weigh the magnitude of the situation.
The situation. I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
Was there a need for Saquon Barkley to be in the game? So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The need was for him to break the record. That was the need. We had already
break the record.
That was a need.
That was why is that a need?
Because it puts you in the history books. That's a need. That's not a want. That's a need. No. Who doesn't put it like this? Who doesn't want to be in the history books?
True that.
Okay,
so it's a need.
Depending on what you're attached to.
Right.
So it would have been cool if LeBron would have retired 2 points away from Kareem record. If he'd have said, I'm done. I ain't playing no more. So that would have been cool.
It's a want. That means he's
cool.
Come on, Trey.
But it's still a want. It's
everything, Trey. If you look, Trey, everything in life is a want. A lot of times, if it's needs are, we know what needs are necessities to be able to live. We get that. But I also need. No. I also need to get this rushing record because I need to be in the history books. I need to be there. That's what I've done this. You got to think about this too. Keep in mind, we know what Saquon wasn't being how he wasn't being used in New York, utilized in New York. This to come leave New York, go to a whole nother team and come that close to breaking the rushing record, that tells you a lot about the New York organization. That says a lot. Like all of that ties in, bro. That's
Well,
why
we
as a
knew for a
coach,
fact that the New York Giants did not possess the same type. Well, let's be honest, right? The New York Giants did not possess the same type of line that the Philadelphia Eagles have, nor did they have the same type of players that could alleviate the distance of with Saquon Barkley being able. They didn't have the same weapons. Like, let's be honest, y'all had AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. New York had Wendell Robinson.
They didn't have Wendell Robinson, didn't they?
Yeah, they had Wendell Robinson last year, and maybe Sterling Shepard. That's who they
Oh, you
had.
talking about?
It wasn't.
Oh, you
It was
talking
a
about
different.
when Saquon is when Saquon. I
All
was already talking
Saquon,
about when Saquon was there.
all New York had was Saquon and Daniel Jones. That was it.
When they tried the Daniel Jones Saquon thing, it didn't work out for them the way that they thought it was gonna work out.
Yeah, they didn't have, in my opinion, they didn't have the supporting cast to support them to put them in position to be able to do that. And so Saquon goes, and now he has Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, all that are threats.
Which leads me to this right here, man. Like I think that we were talking about this the other day at work, but the Eagles, I think they playing possum right now, man. I think they finna turn it on. Now you in the playoffs, I think they finna turn it on. Like it's starting to look like with the landscape, you got the Bears, you got all these. Everybody keeps talking about the Rams and all this stuff, but you better watch out for the Eagles coming in out of that third spot. The sixth matchup, whoever they get right there, gonna be in trouble going to Philly. Uh, and that's looking like that's gonna either be what the 49ers, the Rams, or the Seahawks, right? One of them teams gonna rotate there or something.
So I'll be honest, the only team in which y'all, after you just said, between one of those three, for the most part, that I think would be fool's gold, and which is going to be the easiest win for the Philadelphia, would be San Francisco. That's it.
Is it the
I
easiest
think
win?
I think they're gonna have. I think they will. If the Eagles had to play Seattle, or if the Eagles had to play Los Angeles, it would be a problem. It would be a problem for them. I think if they play San Francisco, it could be a potential easy win for them, because San Francisco's lacks defense, and that's our Achilles heel right now. Hence the reason I would love them to be the number one seed, so that way they get a bye, and they have less to have to deal with in that end as well. So yes, I want that number one seed so we can help. It can help heal, and not to mention that with that, the possibility of Warner and Bosa coming back if it's a deep run. So we need the most distance that we can get, and we need an easier path, because we're not built to compete with the top tier talent in the NFC right
I
now.
think the physicality. I think the physical style of play of Philly, defensively, offensively, they starting to hit that stride. They running teams over again. They pushing people around. I think that's gonna be. I think that's what's gonna help them against some of these other teams. They ain't proven like that. Like last year, what you saw was Philly when they played against the Rams. Everybody keeps saying, I keep hearing all the experts say, "Oh, remember the Rams almost beat them. That almost don't count." Did you see that they was getting pushed around? Like the Rams got pushed around at certain points in that game. Then I think it's gonna be the same thing. I think Philly the only team that got the cornerbacks and stuff to push Puka Nakua around to match up with a Devontae Adams, man. I don't see no other team that got
I think it'll be a different thing this time, because Puka is 1 year more experience, and he showed that he's a problem. And now they have Devontae Adams, as they didn't have that last year. They have Puka Nakua, Cooper Kupp coming off an injury, and Winnington, or I can't think of the other receiver, the short receiver that they had. That was it. Now they got Devontae Adams, who is currently his hamstring is bad, but give him a week or two and it might make a difference. I think that's different. And then on the other side of that, you got Njigba, that's killing up in that's killing in the NFC. I mean, in the league, let alone the NFC. I think is a little bit different this year. And then he got Sam Darnold as well. So
Yeah, I was gonna say Sam Donald might be the problem with him. Ooh,
true that, yeah, True that. But I
Sam
think on
don't,
the
Sam,
opposite,
Sam don't do well under the pressure.
yeah,
He improved to be well in pressure situations yet. So we got to see it. We got to see on
correct,
that
yeah. So, but that's like when like, but sitting up and looking at it, like, although I'm hopeful and wishing, saying, and that we can get the number one seed or we continue, but I'm legitly hell, I'm sitting up and wondering if
one.
we
You
can
heard
even
from
get
the goat on this topic. He just
the
sitting there.
one. I'm wondering if we can even get the dub today, let alone a couple of weeks from now. But see, Bishop, what you think?
About what? In regards to what part? Y'all talked about a lot.
Philly being the third seed and the matchups. You know,
Oh, the matchup. So in regards to what CC saying, man, I do feel I don't want to say we playing possum, but I'm hoping that we are, that year in which we went to the Super Bowl that one year, you know what I'm saying, and we kind of look somewhat similar to what we look like this season, and we fell short to the Chiefs. That was Jalen's first Super Bowl as the starting QB. And I'm hoping that we come back into that type of fold, and when it comes to playing the end of the season and getting into these playoff games. As far as the matchup is concerned, the Rams are definitely not the same Rams as last season. I do feel like if we was to play the 49ers, it would probably be our best opportunity to advance, because we know San Francisco's defense isn't where it needs to be, but at the same token, our offense isn't where it should be either. So our offense and our offense not hitting on all cylinders, and San Francisco's defense not hitting on all cylinders could be very interesting on how that game was to play out, because the last time we played San Francisco, our defense was doing our thing as well as our offense, but now it's different. Our defense is still doing what we need to do defensively, but our offense can't do anything to make things happen. So it'll be very interesting. Puka Nacua and the Rams and all of them, and like he said,
They're not even the same team that y'all played this year at this point.
Right, exactly. So it's definitely gonna be interesting if that's who we end up seeing in the first round. I would prefer to see the 49ers if I had a choice, but whoever comes in across from us, that's who we face. But I do hope in one way, form, or fashion that we this dude here, Rodney, boy, you is a this
dude,
Washington
man.
Commander now Panther fan guy here. But anyway, I do hope either way that we figure it out. Hopefully, if not, then hopefully we get rid of that offensive coordinator. Because I've said this all season. I do not like him. We do not do anything right with him, in my opinion. So we'll see though. We'll see.
that's what's up.
So currently, what we have is last night's games has some implications. First and foremost, the loss of the Los Angeles Chargers put the Denver Broncos to clinch the AFC West championship, which is the first time in 10 years, as we said, from taking it from Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Additionally, with the loss from the Detroit Lions, it put the Packers in a driver's seat, and then of course the Texans were able to clinch the playoff berth with their dub over the Chargers after a 0-3 start. CC, did you see, or Bishop as well, did y'all see the Texans being an 11-win team after a 0-3 start this year?
Maybe not 11 wins, but I figured they would play better because actually, you know me, I felt like they was gonna come back and win the AFC South, no matter how good the Colts was playing, no matter what Jacksonville was doing. I thought they was gonna be right there in the mix. That division proved to be a lot better than what I thought it was gonna be, but I figured somewhere around 9, 10 wins they would be in the picture. But now it's take a whole 11. Like, what does that say about the AFC right there? The game has stepped up. The lowest seed, Pittsburgh is the fourth, sitting in the fourth spot, right? But they got what's their record? 9-6, I think. You know what I mean?
9-6.
Like everybody else is 11 wins or better, Trey.
I think CC said that though. Didn't CC say that a few weeks ago about the Houston Texans? Like he's like, be watchful of the Houston Texans because they possibly could still get in this thing. Yeah.
5 straight games.
Am I surprised to answer your question? Yeah, because I didn't see Houston being like that. I thought, You know, again, we've already talked about the inconsistency of CJ Stroud. So the roller coaster that he was on. So I felt like, I did not see them being able to make it into the playoffs, and being that they have and doing what they've done, I can't knock them, yo. I can't knock them. They've done what they were supposed to do to get where they need to be.
I'm becoming a fan of the Swarm, baby. I'm becoming a fan of the Swarm. Like that defense is wow, unbelievable, unbelievable defense.
As I was looking at it last night, can you imagine a San Francisco, Houston Super Bowl? D'Amico Ryans coming back to the organization in which where he built his, where he cut his.
No, I definitely can't see San Francisco in the Super Bowl. No, I definitely can't see that.
Well,
I mean, ooh, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know because Brock Purdy been there before, man. So I don't know. Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah, what facts?
Him and McCaffrey are a potent combination over there.
Yeah, but this guy over here didn't believe that though. This non-Brock Purdy believer right here, though. He wasn't running on that.
Never not being a Brock Purdy.
That dude, remember, CC? This is the dude. This is the dude that wanted. This is the dude that wanted old boy to be the starter over Brock Purdy. And I remember I kept saying, Brock Purdy's that dude. Brock Purdy, that dude. You sleeping on Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy, that dude.
He's never gonna let you live Trey Lance down, buddy.
And I'm not, because he was so high on Trey Lance. You remember CC?
Not high on Trey Lance.
You CC, he wasn't high on Trey Lance. You was too. CC, when he saying they wasn't going to, he said they ain't gonna trade. They not gonna let
on Trey Lance. I was just following.
No, he was like they ain't gonna let this dude with all that money they paying Trey Lance to sit on the bench.
They held on to him. They let him go like his third year. And
who was the start? But who ended up being the starter? Like I told you, I said Purdy needs to start. I said that from the very once he showed his. Once he showed what he did at the end of that season, when he came in, I said Purdy needs to be the starter.
Yeah, that was a number.
I said that.
I said, but also you got to take into consideration
quarterback battle.
Lance was still recovering from his injury as well. So he beat him out. So Purdy was more of the healthiest because they both was coming back from injuries. But Purdy was more of the healthy receiver, like he said. Purdy kept him afloat. He was 8-0 at the time. But it was the money. But even for Brock Purdy to be not Brock Purdy, for Trey Lance to be in play was telling enough to say they're trying to give him every opportunity to be the starter because of the capital they gave up for him. You got to think, Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. He was the 244th pick of the NFL draft that year. There was no onus on him.
And the 244th pick is what, round 5, 6, something like that, right?
7th round. He was the very last pick of the draft.
And who's the GOAT of all quarterbacks right now? What round was he picked in?
The 6th round.
Oh, okay. No, don't worry. I'll wait.
So what I'm saying is that he's not the GOAT of all quarterbacks, in my opinion. But he's pretty good.
We know your opinion don't matter because we know he's the GOAT of all quarterbacks. CC, is he not? CC, is he not the quarterback? Is he not the GOAT? Is Tom Brady not the GOAT?
He's the GOAT. What makes him the GOAT?
What makes him not the GOAT? That's what makes him not.
9,000 passing yards. 89. Who gonna catch that?
And six rings. And 7 rings. Oh, 7 rings. My bad. 7 rings. 7 rings. That's alone enough.
True.
Come on, bro.
Of course.
How you not to go, bro?
So I don't let the. Well, you know what? I don't let the fact of all that stuff get to me and talk about because true enough, yes, he is. Hold on for a second.
All my life, I have to fight.
So when you look at that, right? What I'm saying is, which is not his fault, but he has more games played. More years played.
So I'm gonna talk. No, I'm gonna stop you right there, Trey. Because hold on. Before you say that,
is he?
Hold on, CT. I'm gonna go to here real quick. I'm gonna switch sports because that's not what you say when y'all talk about LeBron James being the GOAT.
It's the same. I never said LeBron James was the GOAT.
Well, okay, maybe you haven't said that. But a lot of people try to put LeBron James as the GOAT, and they can't because he has longevity.
Difference.
Right. However, but go ahead. I thought you had said that LeBron James was the GOAT because of the fact that he. Okay. Well, who's your GOAT for basketball?
Josh Johnson played how many years?
Hold on. I want to hear. No, no. Who's your go for the NBA? Hold on, I'm waiting to hear this one, CC.
You know what? I have never thought about that. I'll get back to you about that.
Wow.
It's not. I'm not going to just come out and say Jordan because I have to sit and look at that. But it's not
This
LeBron.
dude.
It's not LeBron,
Bro, it's not okay. And so if it ain't LeBron, who else could it be?
You got Kobe. You got different people.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. You cannot put Kobe over LeBron. You cannot put Kobe over Michael Jordan. You cannot. You cannot.
I gotta look at it because I sit up and start looking at it. I don't know if I can even consider Kobe the GOAT in LA. So I gotta take a look at some stuff.
You cannot. We ain't talking about that. We're not even talking about a team GOAT. We talk about the NBA GOAT of all time.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't even necessarily say Kobe right off the rip because I don't even I might not consider Kobe to be the GOAT for LA. So how can you not? How can you be the GOAT for the league if you ain't the GOAT for your team? So I don't know. It
But
might
back
be
to Tom
Jordan.
Brady.
It might not be Jordan.
It is Jordan. Don't worry about it. But back to Tom Brady. What were you saying? Go ahead. Before I rudely interrupted. Go ahead. What was
he has longevity, so that longevity makes a big difference in because what we was talking about is what y'all started saying was his yards, his touchdowns, his Super Bowls. Like if you have longevity, that's the only thing that I can think that makes a complete difference is like you said, the Super Bowls. He got 7. He got 7. Yeah, he went to 10. Well, he went to 11. He set up and he was able to pull out 7 of those 11. That saying that's different. Like saying that's also
different. That's different.
I said that makes the difference, but he's also comes with longevity.
That's insane. Name another quarterback who's done that.
But that's what even makes it worse.
Name another quarterback who's went to. That's what I'm saying. Name another quarterback who's been to 11. Who's been to 11? Name another quarterback who's been to 11 Super Bowls.
Again, that comes with longevity, and he was in
how many championships? Hey, Trey, I just want to ask you this: how many championships has LeBron been to since he said hi to 35? This dude, Brady destroyed the record books. Come on, man. Productive. That's
longevity.
Hold on.
If you sit up and all right, let's do this.
Okay.
How many years? Who would you think? Who would be the next quarterback in the GOAT conversation behind the next 2 behind Tom Brady? Is it who? Is it Montana? Is it Elway? Who's the next 2 behind him?
For what?
Mahomes. I got Mahomes.
Thank you.
And I got Mahomes and Montana, man.
Okay.
Mahomes and Montana.
Interesting.
Mahomes and Montana.
Quarterback. So if you sit up and right now and looked at how long has Mahomes been in the league?
His his eighth season,
right?
Eighth and ninth season. Yeah.
Go and look and see what these stats for the GOAT Tom Brady was in his 8th season.
It ain't that has nothing to do with that, bro. It's overall. It's accomplishments of
what I'm saying is the longevity helps.
If we're looking at longevity,
you get a chance to sit up and see, and you get a chance to get looks at different teams and different aspects of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that comes.
Hold on, real quick. So then, if we want to go off of longevity, right? We're going off of longevity, correct? That's what you're. That's what you're basing it.
That's how Jerry Rice is so far ahead of everybody when it comes to receivers.
I got that. I got that. But longevity, right? Everybody don't have Jerry Rice as everybody. Like that's real debate about whether or not Jerry Rice is the GOAT. But that's neither here nor there. It is.
When it comes to receivers.
Yeah, it is debatable because a lot of people would call a lot of other receivers. There's other plethora of receivers that could probably be considered the GOAT too, in that conversation. But what we just spoke about a minute ago was Philip Rivers retired what, a year before Tom Brady?
I can't remember exactly when. It wasn't a year before because Philip Rivers would have been eligible for the league now. Tom Brady, I think, is 2 or 3 years after that. Philip Rivers was he got removed from Hall of Fame. He got removed from the Hall of Fame about it when he went back. He was already
this year
retired. I think Tom Brady is like 2 or 3 years in.
I think it was 22. I think Tom Brady was in it. I think Tom Brady got 2 more years, right? 2 more years, right? Before okay. So even still, that's 2 years. I got it. 2 years. So when you look at people like Ben Roethlisberger, how long he played for?
17, 18?
Okay.
18,
17, 18 seasons, right? But Ben Roethlisberger is definitely going to go in the Hall of Fame. Could Ben Roethlisberger also be considered a GOAT?
No, not in my opinion.
Why? Why?
He doesn't have it. For one, he doesn't have enough. When you look at who,
What doesn't he
one thing
have?
I
Because
think
he has the most winning. He has probably one of the top winningest records in all quarterbacks.
Ben,
Yes, he was winning with he was with Mike Tomlin the whole time. His whole career was with Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So he has to have, and he got what, 3 Super Bowls under his belt?
2. He won 2.
Two.
Won 2. Okay. Okay, so he got 2 under his belt. Why he can't be considered a GOAT? He got the most winning in his record. He's got 2 Super Bowls.
I don't know. That's debatable.
See, that's
Why
another
though?
thing. Another thing. If you look at it, Tom Brady got he got the best winning percentage of all quarterbacks, don't he?
Exactly.
It don't
Yes.
matter.
What, best
Including the Super Bowl. Including the Super Bowls. Including Super Bowl. Yes. That's the kickable.
I think Tom Brady got the best winning percentage of all quarterbacks, right?
I don't know. Hold on. I would tell you the NFL winning leader is Tom Brady, 51 wins, 882 losses, 75%. After that is Brett Favre.
That's insane. Oh, I forgot about Brett Favre. Because Brett Favre got 2 Super Bowls too. Yeah, Brett Favre got 2 Super Bowls too. That's right. I forgot about Brett. Brett got 2 Super Bowls too, and I think he got 3 appearances. I think he got 2 Super Bowls and 3 appearances. So yeah. And then who's after Brett Favre?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Peyton Manning. 2 Super Bowls. Okay.
I mean? Like, come on, Trey. Like, who is your GOAT, Trey? You never told us who your quarterback GOAT is. If it's not Brady,
so Tom Brady has 331 games under his belt.
Okay.
Right.
And he played how many seasons? 20? 21?
2000 to 2019.
2000 to 2000. Oh, so 19 seasons. He didn't even get 20. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
20. No, because he won 20.
No, yeah, that ain't right. Because that means he would be going.
2000 to 2022. He was in New England.
That's what I thought. 22.
Yeah.
22.
So
that's what I thought. 22. That's what I thought.
2000 to 2022.
22 seasons. 22 seasons. 22 seasons. Okay. So 22 seasons. I thought he was 22 as a lad because he got 2 more years before he can be up for the Hall of Fame.
That's a long.
So 22 seasons.
He has 300. I mean, he has 33 games more than Brett Favre.
33 games.
Why? Okay, but CC, okay, hold on. CC, think about this. And you too, Trey. Why does he have 33 more games than Brett Favre? Trey?
Why does he have more games than Brett Favre?
Why does he have 33 more games than Brett Favre?
Probably because Brett Favre left before he did. Or, I mean, I don't know, because or injuries. Brett Favre have injuries.
Well, that too, that plays a fact too. No, I'm going to tell you why. You know why? This is what makes him the GOAT. You know why he's going to have more games than all these other people? Because of postseason. When everybody else is at home, he's still playing for 7 Super Bowls. Right. When everybody else is at home, he's still playing.
He has almost 100 more games played than Ben Roethlisberger, who I was putting up. And Ben Roethlisberger
had a lot of injuries.
He did, but how many seasons did he play?
Roethlisberger played from 2004 to 2021, so 17 years.
17 seasons. Okay, so he got 4 more seasons in him.
Yeah. So, and then not to mention, now going back to it, I stand corrected. I was looking at the wrong thing. 754 is is Tom Brady's win percentage. 75% is his career win percentage. The
Mhm.
next closest person, when you break it down, is Peyton Manning at 70%.
Mhm.
And then after that,
70%. That's a 75% to 70%. That's a big jump.
That's
and
a
then
huge
after
difference.
that, and then after
That's not
that,
longevity. That's just
and
I'm
then
kicking
after
y'all. Y'all know what?
and
Yeah,
then after that is 67%, which is Ben Roethlisberger.
which
And
I said.
we just said
Yeah,
Ben Roethlisberger has 100 games, almost 100 games less than him. I didn't
and,
check Peyton Manning's numbers. Hold on.
and again, with
Go
that
with
being
that
said,
Steeler Nation.
hold on.
Go with
Y'all
that
got my
Steeler
video.
Nation.
Hold on, y'all got my video right of this dude. Y'all got my video of this dude right here, right? Y'all did get my y'all get my video? Did y'all
I
get my
saw
video
it.
I sent y'all?
I
Yeah.
saw it.
Okay.
I saw it.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure y'all saw that video. I showed y'all exactly what he be doing. I showed y'all exactly what he be doing. Exactly what he be doing. But anyway, I told y'all, just like I told y'all, exactly what he be doing. And I showed y'all, I sent y'all a video. Be on the game all of a sudden. Next thing you know, he ain't on the game no more. I told y'all. But anyway,
So
in
265.
regard,
That's what Peyton Manning has 265 career games played.
okay, so listen, again, when it's all said and done, when I told you, like I said, when it's all said and done, why does Tom Brady have more games? Because when everybody else is at home, that man is still playing. You
I
gotta
mean,
keep that in mind. That plays a
true.
huge factor,
You can't take
including
that away.
Super Bowls. That we're talking
As well as, but
11 more Super Bowls.
I
That's
mean, as
11
well
more
as
games
that,
right there.
and that also
But
goes in the, I mean, that potentially all, I mean, it's debatable. I mean, it kind of evens out because again, he's played more games than people as well. So he's going to have that. He played more years than these people, which you talk about. So he's going to have that. Now he did, if
Man, what does that have to do with
if he
what does
exercised,
that have to do with kicking ass out here, man? Come on, stop it.
if he
75%.
if he benefited from winning the games that he played, then that's a different thing. But that's what it is. Like you said, 75% to 70%. But you know what I'm saying, but if you sit up and go down, like the only litness is that if you go down to, you drop it to where if you start to go count back to those that remove those games, and where are they at the point in which they peak, what if it was the intersection point, and that's when you start to look at it. Like, of course, he's going to, with more seasons and more games played, he's going to do that. Especially if he's winning those games, his numbers are going to continue to become better. No different than with our us picking our games and how we pick. Bishop is 23 games less than us, right? But he's in those picks. When we look at it, he's at 58% with 23 games less. The next closest person to him is CC at 50, I think 57% with 23 games more picked. So if we sit up and look at it with me, I'm at 62%, but in Bishop's at 58%. But are we gonna say I'm the GOAT? I know y'all ain't gonna say I'm the GOAT, even though I am.
you damn right we know damn well you ain't that GOAT. We know damn well you ain't the GOAT. We gonna look at that. You know the good that ain't the case.
If we look at it with 2 years, like 2 years in a row, I had a better picking percentage than both of y'all. But I'm not going to be dubbed the GOAT, not yet.
Because you got 23 more games than me. This because if I had more games, if I had just as many games as you had, you probably wouldn't be above me.
Maybe
You
not,
probably
or
would.
maybe I would. We don't know.
Maybe you. There is no maybe. Oh yeah, I know because I've been gained. I have earned the name to go. That's why I have earned that. I've earned that, sir.
But what we know is the percent is not based on the amount of games in which you play. It's based on your percentage
the game
at the time
of wins, right? Of picks, right?
We're not on the same thing because I have 23 more games, so my percentage is 150 correct picks towards 240 games, and yours is 20 games less. But you know what I'm saying, which you are at 124. So it's the difference, but that's what the percentage, because you're not measured on this, because your percentage would be lower if you was measured on the 240 something games in which me and CC picked. But you know what I'm saying? So it still comes out to be the same thing.
So hold on, let me ask you this then. So what you're saying is you're just no, you're not saying that. But what you're saying is you're justifying them. No, you're not the GOAT. But what you're saying is you're justifying the fact that Tom Brady's not considered the GOAT because you're not putting him in the
For
GOAT
me,
conversation.
yeah.
Listen, I'm saying you're not putting him in the GOAT conversation simply because because of his longevity.
No,
Is
so
that what you're saying?
he's definitely in the GOAT conversation.
No,
It's
I'm
just
saying
for
he's
me, I
not your
consider.
GOAT. No, I'm saying he's not your GOAT because of the simple fact that he has played more games than everybody else. That's what you're saying,
Oh
right?
no. I'm saying what I'm saying is that it's other like he has weight. You know what I'm saying? We can't knock him for not, or even I can't, let's say I can't knock him for having more games played than everybody else. But for me, I do a deeper dive in looking at stuff. He's had more games. And so with that taking, but where would he have been at the same point in the intersect of some of the other people we're talking about? And for me,
But
that
I'm
holds
saying,
weight. As it
but I'm
wouldn't be a
saying,
it wouldn't be a
why isn't he?
determinant. Go ahead.
But why isn't he? No, but why isn't he your GOAT though? That's my question. Why isn't he? What is your reason for him not being your GOAT?
I think it's other stuff that comes into play.
What? No, I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking. What is that? What is that though? What is that in your opinion? What is that you're not giving him the GOAT status? What is it that he hasn't done in your opinion that's stopping him from being considered the GOAT? That's my
A
whole.
better question is, why do y'all give him the GOAT status? Is
I
it
just we
because
just told
is it because
we
of
just told you.
the yards? Is it because of the Super Bowl wins? Is it because of the is that why he's GOAT status?
I told you
It's
my
the body
reason,
of
but
work.
all of that and then some. The fact of the matter that, like CC said, this man done went to 11 Super Bowls. Name another quarterback that's done that, and then won 7 of them. Like right there alone, that is GOAT status. To be able to go to 11 Super Bowls, that's something no other quarterback has done, and then to win 7 of them, bro. That alone is GOAT status. Alone, just that. If you don't give him credit for nothing else, you have to give him credit for the fact that he's the most consistent.
Right,
That alone. No one
right. I
else, no
mean,
other. That's why I asked you, what other quarterback has went to 11? Even if you can give me a quarterback that's went to 11 Super Bowls,
Oh yeah, no one
then
else
we
has
could do.
went
Okay,
to 11. But
okay,
I
and
mean,
then
it's again,
after that, after the 11, you got to go to this though, Trey. And I'm not to cut you off, but
no,
after you go to 11, after 11, then you got to think he's won 7 out of the 11. He's won the majority of the ones he's went to.
So
Like
for me,
that's GOAT status alone. Go ahead.
what to a degree, what gives him a little edge is the fact that he left the juggernaut in the New England
And won
Patriots
again.
and
Yes,
won in Tampa.
Tampa.
However, he also took some of the Avengers with him.
Who did he take? He took 1.
He took Gronk. He enlisted
Who?
Brown.
Brown who? Oh, you talk about yeah.
Antonio
Antonio Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
Brown, and he brought it, and there was a couple of other ones in which he did. So it ain't like he just went over there and started playing with what they had, and he was the only piece. He took some pieces, and they brought some pieces in, which they do. So you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. So it was some of the people in which he had or played with in other areas that way. So and he's like, hey, come over here, let's
Trey,
do this.
So Aaron Rodgers has been doing that everywhere he went. He just did that with Pittsburgh. Now he got the Vada Scatlin, whatever his name is. He got him on the roster now. You know, he got some of his people over there in Pittsburgh now. So you said so, but are they gonna win the Super Bowl? I mean, I'm
Who?
saying
No.
like you see this
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. I mean, because Aaron Rodgers doing this currently. He brought some of his quote unquote Avengers with him. So what are we talking about?
Aaron Rodgers'
You know,
Avengers
you
do
know what I
not
mean?
match up. Aaron Rodgers' Avengers do not match up to Tom Brady's Avengers. There's not even a comparison in that. So it's like the amount of talent that was taken with him basically superseded what it was. Plus, they had a little something over there already. They had Leonard Fournette,
No,
who
Leonard
was
Fournette came off the couch. That was one of the ones he enlisted. He brought Leonard Fournette with him.
oh,
He brought him.
he set up an ass, but wasn't Leonard Fournette on the team already before, and they released him, and he came back.
Yeah, he was at home. He was at home.
Yeah, because he had been
On the couch.
playing in Florida for all that time frame. So it's just some for me. Like I said, for me, I just look at it as other things because there's disparages in that whole situation. And so, like you said, and all that type of stuff, and which being said, which he's then dubbed the GOAT. it's other things to where it's like, okay, like some of that is legitly if
Still
you
ain't gave me
have.
another goat. But give me a goat. You said you take a deep dive real
And
fast
that's
before we
and
get a
that's what I'm
I'm
shout
gonna
out.
have
waiting
to
on,
deep
Give us
dive
a
to
CC.
take
goat.
in consideration.
Give us
It's
a
There's
the
no
deep
only
deep
dive.
thing.
dive. See,
It's
Oh
the
no,
only it's
see,
the
wow.
one. The only thing that
Trey,
he has.
Trey,
The only
there's no
thing that
deep
he has
dive.
is the only thing that he has because we talk about different eras, right? Like legitly, him playing for the New England Patriots and quote unquote maybe playing for Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick has 6 rings. He leads the NFL coaches in the most rings because he has 6 rings. The next closest coach might be 4 years, and those. But when you look at the coaches that have 4 rings and so on, those are coaches from yesteryear, way before, after the point in which Bill Belichick separated himself from that. So it's back. So that goes back. That same adage for quarterbacks goes back to yesteryear, where there was like when the years in which Joe Montana was winning, or the years in like those quarterbacks are way back in the day. We talking about over 20, 30 years when those quarterbacks is that, you know what I'm saying, and which is a difference. Tom Brady separating himself from that in the eras with him with the now if we was talking about teams, I would say the New England Patriots is a GOAT squad. The New
So
England Patriots
how
was
hold on? How there a GOAT
as a
squad and he's not the
collective,
GOAT?
as a
No, but
collective,
he led the
as a
team.
collective.
He led the team. You
Who
can't
led the
put
team?
Trey. You
Tom
cannot. That's
Brady
like
or Bill Belichick?
Tom Brady, because
Tom
without Tom
Brady.
Brady, put it like this: without Tom Brady, without Tom Brady with Bill Belichick, how many quarterbacks? I mean, how many Super Bowls has Bill Belichick won without Tom Brady? And I'll wait.
0.
He didn't win one.
No,
How many did Tom Brady win? He won one,
one.
and that was the
He
first one
won.
he went
Because
after
he
that
only
when
played one.
people when it set it in.
He only played one though, Trey.
No,
He
he
only
did not
played one
play
season.
one. He played 3 seasons after he won that
No, he
Super
didn't. He
Bowl,
played. He played two.
he
He
stood up
played
and
two.
He played 3 seasons. He played
he
3.
played 3 seasons. He won the first
He
one,
played
which
3.
was
He
the fresh
But
one,
won.
how
and the
many?
next
You
Then he
2 he
lost
still
to
stood
the
up and
and
got
Rams.
you
ramshacked.
And
and
then he lost
and
to
you
the
still
Falcons.
and you still saying, and again to this day you still saying Tom Brady. Bill Belichick has more than how many without him?
He won 6.
Without him
Oh, he didn't win one without him.
at all. So
Basically, when they the only thing that
in
happened
other words,
again, like I said, Tom
no. So
Brady.
in other words, hold on. In other words, without Tom Brady at that New England Patriots quarterback, they don't win 6 rings. They don't.
Without Tom
What
Brady, Pete
they do
game.
not win 6. They do not 6 rings.
Without Tom Brady, he didn't win another game. Right? True enough, he didn't win another game. This is my thing. So then we can get to the picks because we got like 10 minutes. So
Okay,
without Tom Brady, he didn't win another
a Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl. Correct.
Did he?
Tom
Wait,
Brady.
did he even go
He didn't go to the
after
Super
time?
Bowl, but with Mac Jones as a
Okay.
rookie quarterback, they went 10-6 and they went to the playoffs.
Did he
So
make it to the Super Bowl?
then the New England Patriots start to fall off after that. For Tom
Okay.
Brady. Tom Brady went to the Super Bowl with the people that he brought on from that he played with in yesterday when he was with the New England Patriots. It was able to amount enough for him to win a Super Bowl, but after that, with those same players, it fell apart to even where their head coach was no longer had a job. He decided to stop playing. So yes, Tom Brady caught lightning in the bottle. He was able to get that Super Bowl after that.
That's not
Bill
catching.
Belichick
Why?
didn't,
Why is that catching lightning in the bottle?
because he did it right after. Because after that, they sit up and diminished.
That's
I'm
not.
just gonna be so. But most teams sell out. Like the Rams diminished right after they won the Super Bowl. Like the Rams fell off a cliff after they won the Super Bowl. McVay won the Super Bowl, and what was the Rams at the next year? I mean, what are we talking about, Trey?
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
Rams was again. Y'all making a thing on my personal, like y'all just asking me, and I'm telling y'all. That's what I'm giving y'all my
But you ain't
opinion.
told us who the GOAT is, though. You ain't gave us one
I
name.
told y'all I would have to look
Who
at
are
it
you
because
considering?
just for me right now. I
But
would
you
say
said you
that
got. You saying you got to
Brady
get a
was
deep
GOAT.
dive. You saying you got to do a deep dive. It's only a
Again, I
hand.
haven't did the deep dive because it hasn't been concerning
Listen,
me. I just never.
I got what you're saying when you say that. I'm saying you acting like you saying a deep dive. It's only maybe a handful of people that you could even consider.
And how many?
Yes,
Maybe.
I have to go and
Maybe.
look at those people. And like I said, those people are from
There's
yesteryear,
no,
to where
bro.
it might not be even like they're still
Either way, I don't.
you still got Peyton
No,
Manning.
you can't. No, you don't. No, you don't. This is why you don't have any of those people. This is why I say you can't have a deep dive, simply because of, and this is just my opinion. I get it, it's your opinion too. But this the only reason why you can't have a deep dive, because again, when it's all said and done,
Tom Brady passes the eye test.
no, when it's all said and done, I asked you one specific question, and this is why you can't deep dive. What other quarterback in the history of football has been to 11 Super Bowls and won 7? In the history, you talked about a deep dive. I don't care if you go back to 1932. No one has done that in the history of football. In the history.
Again, no one. No.
So what is there to look at?
Because he has more years played. If he has,
that has nothing to do with it, Drake.
Let's say I went and looked at Peyton Manning, right? And I looked at how many years did Peyton Manning play, and what at the
Trey, if that's the case,
how many Super Bowls and how
Trey,
many times did Peyton
I hear
Manning
what
go
you
to
say.
the Super Bowl?
I got what you're saying about the years, Trey. I got what you're saying about the years. But this is why, Trey. But listen, I get what you're saying in regards to the years. But this is what I'm telling you. This is why a lot of people. That's why I use the Michael Jordan and the LeBron James scenario. A lot of people still have Michael Jordan as the freaking GOAT, simply because he was the better player and won more championships in the time frame in which he did it. He did it two times, back to back. Listen, hold on. Then when you think about it, the reason why people want to put LeBron as the GOAT because of his longevity. Like you're saying, but a lot of more people want to put Michael Jordan
because of LeBron's longevity, he's been to more NFL championships.
Huh? No, you mean NBA championships?
Yeah, he's been to more NBA championships.
But look at his success rate. The reason why.
So when you break it down,
his success rate. No, but this is what hurt LeBron, right? This is why a lot of people don't want to give LeBron the GOAT status, is simply because LeBron did it on all these other teams. Jordan did it with one team.
Correct.
One team. And so just like Tom Brady, he did it with one team, and then he did it with listen, let me finish. He did it with one team, and then he won 6 for one team. Then he went to one other team and won another one. He won 6 for that organization. What has LeBron done? LeBron won one with Miami. Well, LeBron won with Cleveland. LeBron won with LA. Who's more considered a GOAT? That's like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Think about it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I made them a comparison. LeBron went to all these other teams to win an NBA championship. Jordan did it in one team. Tom Brady did it with one team, and then left his final 3 years, and went to another team and won.
So again, like I said, the reason I say deep dives and stuff like that, because in my opinion, there's other factors. These teams, what we're talking about is a business. Sports is a business. These organizations is businesses. So, and then the players and the branding themselves, their businesses. So what everyone is doing is making the best decision for the businesses. So I don't take in consideration the fact of, hey, this person went here or this person went here, because it's a business. They don't have some instances, they don't have any control over that. Or so in the case of Tom Brady, he probably would have wanted to finish his career as a Patriot, but it wasn't in his cards. It wasn't his determination. They wanted to move on. If he would have stayed in New England, we probably wouldn't be talking about him having a 7th ring nor a 11th Super Bowl. It might have ended just like it ended for Bill Belichick. So I don't sit up and take any of that into consideration when I take that type, because it's a business. Ain't no telling. He made a move. He decided it ended up being good in his favor, and that was it. Same thing with LeBron, and same thing with what's the name, because it's just Michael Jordan didn't win other championships where he went, because Michael Jordan went other places and played other places. He just didn't win
went one other place. He would quit saying places. He went to the Wizards, and that's it. He went one other place. Don't say places. He went one other place.
Michael Jordan didn't play for the Bobcats?
No. What Bobcats?
He didn't play for the Bobcats.
No, he did not play for them. No, he did not.
he owned
He
the
owned the
team, but he was
Bobcats.
a
He
very
owned the
small.
Bobcats, but he didn't play for them. He
That's why
played
he
for
ended
one
up
other
playing for the
team.
Wizards. He was a part
He
owner of the
played for the
Wizards. That's how
Wizards.
he ended up playing. You know what I'm saying? What's that Jay-Z line? I play for
So
the team
yeah,
I
so
own.
he went and played there. He just didn't. So, but that's not talked about. That he went, he suited up, he put on, and he went there and played and didn't win anything. It's just talked
At the
about the
age of
fact that he went to
45.
that he stood up and won 6 championships. But he no differently. He played on another team. So it's
Another team. He didn't go to 3, 4 different teams to win a
I get
championship.
it, but what I'm saying is he played for another team, just like LeBron played for another team. So it becomes apples and oranges because LeBron has played
LeBron
for
went.
X amount of he's
Game's
played
getting
for
ready to
3
start.
teams. He's played for 3
Game's getting
teams,
ready to start.
and
We ain't
every
made
team
no
he
sense.
played for, he was been able to exact a championship for. That could be said. That can't be said for Jordan if they sit up and want to do a comparison. Jordan played for 2 teams, and he sit up and he couldn't win a championship at another team in which he played for. So that, like I said,
At a later age. We're talking about at a later age. LeBron left at an
suited
early
up.
age. It don't matter. He
Did
later.
the ball touch your hands?
It don't matter. What does
Did
that
the ball
mean? What
touch
does that
your
have to?
hands?
What that got to do with anything?
If the ball touch your hands, you catch it, no matter what age you are, right?
Dude.
No. That
Here's
no.
the funny
No.
thing. Here's the funny thing
No.
about
That
what he
does not.
just said.
No.
Here's the funny thing about what he just said. See, that's the kind of thing that's
No.
upsetting to me when it comes to that whole GOAT debate there with that debate right there. Because this dude been to 10 and only won 4, but you want to put him way up here on top. I mean, I can't respect you losing
He's won
more than
40%
you
of his
won.
games.
You know what I'm saying?
What
Like,
I'm saying is it's the same. It's the
I
only
would take
difference in the
100%
conversation
over
that we're
40%.
having is the fact that Tom Brady is on top with his games. When you look at it, him and LeBron have been to potentially the same amount of games. They just didn't go to but both of them have won championship on separate teams. The only difference is the win percentage is different. So we're talking about the same thing. The only difference is the win percentage is different. If LeBron had the same amount, if LeBron had the same win percentage as Tom Brady did, then what would be the conversation? But he doesn't. LeBron has won 40% of his championships. Tom Brady won what 40, 47, 41%, 43% of his championships.
No, he has not.
Correction.
What?
62%. 62%
you
of
know
his
what I'm saying?
championships.
70%.
That's a big difference. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, and LeBron won 40%. But like I said, that's the only difference. But like I said, I don't look at that from when you talk about it because it's a business. You can't control that. Though you only a select few can control where they go, how they do it, and all that type of stuff.
The game's getting ready to start.
Oh yeah, so where more am I at? More on that because evidently this is a topic. So I'm going to have to go and do my research because
people can
research.
They got to give us a GOAT. You gonna have to stop straddling the fence, quit double talking, all that talk, all that politics, and give us a GOAT, man. Give us a GOAT basketball.
Quick in football. Yes, thank you, CC. Because this dude gonna give us this nonsense. CC, come on, CC. Yeah, CC, all this nonsense. Ooh.
So I owe y'all a GOAT and my GOAT. Correction, I owe y'all my GOAT in both basketball and football. And
thank you.
I said,
we appreciate it.
Like I said, Tom Brady passes the test from the eye test. He passes the eye test.
He don't pass the eye test. He passed every test.
My stuff.
He passed every test.
One thing we was taught when I went to school for this media and stuff like that, credibility is the biggest thing we have. Plausible credibility is what we stand on. And that's what I'm going to stand on. So when I give y'all, I'm going to have nothing but facts.
Okay, facts. Bring it. The numbers numbers don't lie.
Let's get to these games. First up. The Carolina Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals facing off against the Cincinnati Bengals. I already know how this is gonna go, so I will pick it off. I am taking the Cincinnati Bengals.
Of course you're gonna pick that game. It's a garbage game. Look, this dude here is a trash, bro.
What makes it a garbage game?
What makes that game hard? What makes that game hard to pick? Like really, seriously, bro. No, okay, you got Cincinnati. Go ahead, CC, because we got to get through these picks. I get it, because this dude here is a trip, bro. He gonna make it seem like it's a hard game to pick. Get the hell out of here, bro. Go ahead. I'm picking the Bengals too. Ain't Arizona ain't they won like 4 games this season? Man, stop it. Like really?
They won them same
Come
amount
on.
of games as the Cincinnati Bengals won. It's the same thing. They're both
Come on,
well.
man.
Correction: the Cincinnati Bengals are 5-10. The Carolina Cardinals, the Cardinals are 3-12.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. That's not the same. Let's go. But anyway,
I will
we've
pick
all
the
got the
next
Bengals.
game then.
Let's see. What's he?
The Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cincinnati against the Cleveland Browns. I got Pittsburgh.
Really? Of course you do. Really? Did he just say it?
They're rivals.
I don't care. Everybody, we just talked about how bad Cleveland was, and you really gonna go like everybody go like anybody gonna pick Cleveland? Really, man? Stop it.
Right.
I'm picking Pittsburgh.
Like I'm taking Pittsburgh, even though I think Cleveland gonna make it a tough game. I'm taking Pittsburgh. It's a rivalry
This
game.
dude here act like he picking some game.
Thank you, CC.
Stop it, bro.
Why is
Stop
see,
it.
like he said, Cleveland's going to make it a tough game.
We
That doesn't guarantee-
don't worry. We gonna tell you which game to pick. What's the next game?
My next game, which I would go through it. I would pick every game first. You don't have to tell you. I want to pick every game first.
Okay, let's go.
My next game off. I ain't like I created the schedule, but that
No, but you create which one you want to pick first on though. You create that. You do that. Let's do that.
You know what?
You do that.
What adds to my goatness that y'all refuse to?
Yeah, there ain't no goatness. You ain't got no.
Fact, like we are in the same position that we were last year, to where in the last week y'all wanted me to pick first because I was in the lead. So it's okay.
Whatever, bro. Let's go.
Done.
The Saints,
because the Saints
versus the Tennessee Titans.
Go ahead.
Taking the Saints.
Yeah, I'm taking the Saints too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints.
That's right. Follow my lead, gentlemen. Follow my lead.
Probably not.
No, that one was another trash pick. But go ahead.
What about this one? The Jacksonville Jaguars against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm taking Jacksonville.
Of course you are. This nigga ain't took Jacksonville all season. Now you want to take Jacksonville. Follow my lead. No, you wasn't, because I was always high. I was always high on the Trevor Lawrence. You better tell him, CC. Do not do that. I've been picking. I'm picking. Why? If I'm high on Trevor Lawrence, why I'm not picking the Jacksonville Jaguars? That's dumb.
Because
I'm picking Jacksonville.
That don't mean they're winning at the time.
Yes, no, I've always picked. When I'm telling you, I've been saying Trevor Lawrence the whole season. I'm not going against him, and why I'm gonna talk high on Trevor Lawrence and they ain't doing it. I'm taking Jacksonville.
CC. Rivers game number 3, man. I gotta go. I hate to do it, but I gotta go Jags too on this one. I mean, man. Yeah, I gotta go Jags.
Next game: Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, let me guess. Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah. only because Tua is starting. If Tua is starting, I might go.
Oh my gosh! Let me get Tampa Bay. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah, man. It sounds like we got a lot of the same picks this week as Bucks, man. I can't even see myself taking the Dolphins.
Nah, not with that. What they got?
The New England Patriots and the New York Jets. I'm taking.
I guess I'm taking. Of course we are, boy. And that's what happened last season, CC. That's why he said the last season, because these trash games at the end of the season, and that nobody gives a damn about. That's why it's easy for him to make these picks. So yeah, I'm taking New England.
Yeah, Patriots here. I've been high on the Patriots all season, though. I think.
Yeah. Yep. Let's go.
The next game: the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Is this good enough? You
gonna pick Seattle? You can go pick Seattle, right? Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Right?
No, you know what? I am going Seattle. There's a reason, though. There's a reason.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course
because what has happened throughout the course of the season, every time I have picked the Panthers, they've lost.
Okay.
So I'm staying with Seattle.
I'm going with the Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers on this one.
I've been heavy on the Seahawks defense, man. I got to stick with the Seahawks in this one.
I'm taking the Panthers on this one.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers won this game because they got more at stake right now. They win this one, and it's over for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay can't touch it.
The next game, the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm taking Las Vegas.
What?
Yeah.
Giants. Give me the Giants. Run the Giants. They both sorry teams. I don't think neither team gonna want to win this game, both teams trying to be in the Mendoza sweepstakes. I think are the first overall pick, I should say, of the draft.
Nah, the overall pick because they're
Yeah,
keeping
both teams
Dart. Yeah,
Give me the Giants.
excellent. Next
Like,
game,
both teams tanking.
the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. I'm
Yeah.
taking Buffalo.
Good. You know what? You ain't even got to ask me. You know what it is.
Well, in this one, I'm taking the Bills because the Eagles already wrapped up their division. They're gonna be the third seed no matter what. The Bills still fighting for a spot 5, 6. You know what I'm saying, and possibly even winning a division. That division not wrapped up yet. So give me the Bills.
And then last but not least, the Sunday night game, the San Francisco 49ers hosting the Chicago Bears. I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers.
I ain't mad at him. Give me the Bears. Give me them Bears. Give me them Bears. Give me them Bears. Give them Bears. Give me them
What'd you say,
Bears.
CC?
Yeah, Bears. That's the Bears. Give me the Bears.
There you have it. Currently, we are
No Monday night game this week.
Huh?
No Monday night game this week.
No Monday night game.
No, ain't no Monday night
I
game.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, the next 2 weeks. I mean, this week
Yeah,
and
ain't no
next
Monday
week,
night
there's no Monday night game. So that would be all. Hopefully, at the end of this week, I have my second fraternity championship, 5-0 championship. Hopefully, at the end of this week, there's only been 3. With that, it is well.